Okay,
Go.
we're going now. All right. Let's do a session recap.
All right.
Don't forget about the watch together.
If you
There's a
if you if you
horrifying
want to
bunny there
listen
for a
to
moment.
tunes.
I prefer my
Alright.
games in silence.
Recap.
Oh, okay.
Yep,
You
that's
fucking
loud.
psychopath.
Am I good? Can
Yeah.
I start?
Yeah, go ahead. So,
Oh,
fucking
okay.
start.
Ah! So we woke up in the morning. I started painting. Sarah interrupted me, but it's okay. Um, we got on the road. Andrew and I had a very nice, non-aggressive talk for once. And then on the road, we saw a tree with a bunch of crushed goats around the base and impaled goats on the tree. Um, and we were going to investigate it, and then we're like, "Fuck no, let's go fast." So we started moving, and then a little farther way down the road, we found an old farmer, and I'll let someone else take off from here.
Yeah, so we
And
spoke to the
oh,
farmer.
okay.
No, you go, Red.
Oh, okay. So Erling talked to the farmer and was like, "Yes, we will fight your giants." And everyone was like, "Okay, we're going to fight giants." Even though like 2 seconds ago we were like, "Nope."
You expected
So-
one.
So by the grace of the gods and pure determination, we went to the giant's lair, and there were 3. Continue.
Well, before that, we ran into corpse flies.
We did. We found out what happened to his neighbor Earl.
I repressed the corpse flies.
Yeah, those corpse spies freaking did a number on us, but we took a nice nap and checked out that cool-ass layer of not just one, not two, definitely not 4, but 3 entire all-American mountain giants. And so we fought them. We did some cool stealth and subterfuge, you know. Ilaria did a badass, little distraction, attacking a stalactite. And yeah, we went about and fought and eventually killed these giants using the power of strategy and hitting them in the shins.
I think that's the power of friendship.
Oh no, we're not there yet.
We're not there yet.
Maybe one day. And we took some trophies from the giants so we can prove that we killed them, and that's as far as we got.
Brandy can flex on her dad now.
At the last end of last session, the last thing Shepard did was
The
his
war
axe
cry.
is currently still in one of the giants.
He butchered that, just really letting the anger out.
All right. So you guys are still in the cave. Shepard, I'm going to say that mechanically your rage has dissipated. There's not much left of the lower half of the, or sorry, the upper half of this giant, because I'm assuming you just embed it over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Yeah. While Shepard is making a giant unidentifiable to his family, what is everyone else doing?
I'm just gonna float on my back in the water of the cave a little bit.
Yeah, Erlin for one. I mean, because he'd stepped out the cave, like once people were like huddling together to do a whole prayer of healing. And he didn't really need any healing. Stepped out, and as he was getting a bit of fresh air, I wanted to ask, what's the sun looking like? How is it time-wise in the day?
I'd say maybe a little past midday by this point.
Okay.
I think I was helping with the giant extraction stuff.
Yes, I remembered that one. Erlin, Shepard, Sarad, Asan, what are you doing?
So I know giants aren't the smartest bunch, but everything loves shiny things, so I'm gonna look around and see if they have any shiny things around.
All right, make an investigation check. And Ilaria, what are you doing?
She's mute. Oh.
I'm sorry, my Discord was lagged. I was trying to unmute, but then the window was also lagging. I would like to see if there's any, like, I don't know. When we walked into the cave, are there any, like, dead prey aside from, you know?
The cave is littered with several different bones or like varying ages of decay. One second. Typing something. Yeah, but for the most part, the only prey that you see is what they were currently eating. And they are of varying sizes. You see that there are, like, some... You can tell they're goats by the fact that they have horns, but everything else is just a mess.
Could I see if there might be any humanoid remains?
Make a medicine check, please.
Swag.
Swag.
While you're making that medicine check, Asan,
Yeah.
you find a nice glint over in this corner.
Ooh. I go investigate and look around.
There are a lot of shiny rocks.
Do any of them look valuable?
Not really. They're just pretty looking rocks.
There's
Hey, Sarid,
Hmm?
there's some shiny rocks over here.
Oh shit, gimme.
The crow braid activate.
I know my bestie.
She's like scuttles over there.
on all fours.
Yes. With bloody hands, she's like, may I have the rock?
Give me the rock.
All yours.
Thank you.
You find a kind of like smoothed over like fluorite mineral spawn that's kind of like been chipped away after like the cave has been rumbling. It's this like geometric kind of like lilac purple gradient rock. Can make a pretty necklace if you like work it a little bit.
I shall see what I can do with this.
Ilaria, you have no idea. These are too mangled.
Fair enough. I guess I'll go outside as well if we've already pilfered most of the trolls.
No.
Giants.
Erland eventually did come back, just like after he heard a loud freaking shout coming from Shepard. That freaking war cry he does after he's done butchering this thing. Everything alright in here?
I think so.
I think we're fine. Shepard's just going through it right now.
Okay.
Sorry, is the change in accent like in character, or are you just doing a different thing?
No, it's a thing. Hold on.
Oh, it's a thing.
Josh has to flip a switch real fast. There's a switch on Josh's back, and it's currently on Southern.
It's on. It's flipped down for Southern.
Yeah. Technical difficulty.
All right.
Well, I'll say that Shepard stops butchering the giant, and sort of just looks at his axe in his hands, and like traces his finger over the engraving. Puts on his back, and then sort of with like a 1,000-yard stare, just walks out.
So, Sarah, I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Are you aiding Brandy? Do you want Brandy to aid you, or do you want to make a separate check from Brandy
For the extractions,
for the extraction of any material?
I would say aiding.
Aiding? Okay.
So I have to make my roll.
Survival check. All she is going for is a jaw and as many horns as she can get.
What? I don't know what to look for. Like, with my roll, a lot.
Basically, you know the most unique feature of giants are their, like, massive tusks.
So I get a tusk.
There are 2 tusks per giant. You can get 6.
I get 6
They
tusks.
are rather heavy.
Yeah, they are heavy, and, like, it takes, like...
What's your strength
What?
modifier?
2.
Okay, not bad.
Yeah, if you have, like, a positive strength modifier, I can say, like, it takes like, 1 person to carry 2 tusks at a time.
I'm like huffing and puffing as I like drag these 2 tusks. And I'm like, for Algernon.
Oh, God.
We all done here?
I'm good.
Oh,
Games flag.
by the way, Erland, when you were just kind of like walking outside, were you trying to do it like stealthily or?
More or less, yeah.
Okay,
Just like steps out while everyone else is just sort of doing their healing circle prayer thing.
Can you make a stealth check, please?
Yeah. That jump scare
16.
of everything being in dark mode somehow.
Oh, it's weirdly same thing happened to me, but it's in light mode now. And I don't know how to change it back. Anyway,
Oh, it's the button. It's
Left-hand
the button,
side, just
yeah.
below the tools.
oh there we go.
Found it.
Okay. Yeah. As you like re-enter, you do notice kind of like Indra's eyes on you, and then immediately just kind of like flick away.
Well, come on. We got a trail to get back on. Probably got to break some bad news to that one farmer.
Alright, so you guys haul away your shiny pebbles.
Did we get everything from the giants?
Brandy and Sarah are just dragging tusks back and forth. Just, yeah.
Any teeth or pelts that we can get?
I shoved a bunch of teeth in my pants.
Great. That's great.
I got like 2 halves of one of their jaws.
All right.
The flies are gonna have enough to eat for the next age.
Yeah. Should we burn these so that way there's not a whole diseased cave here?
I mean, if someone goes near a cave and it smells like rotting death, I don't think they'll go in it.
They're
You'd be
drenched in water
surprised.
besides.
We
Actually-
went into a cabin that smelled like rotting death, and we went
Actually, we walked into a cave with like 3 giants, so
Yeah, we're
probably
not exactly the smartest people either.
there. Speak for yourself.
You walked in with us, willingly.
Yeah, at the rear of the group.
So you're dumb and a coward. Good to know.
He's not a coward, he went in.
It's okay. He just needs to feel like he's bigger than me.
I am
got
bigger than
one
you.
elf to outdo him.
Okay, but can you cast silly spells?
Yep.
Damn it.
Brady's gonna walk next to Sarah and just...
Can you, I don't know, have a personality?
Can
Why do
you
you like
have a
this?
personality?
Well, the wit's definitely not there.
And neither is your intellect.
Is this what it's like to have brothers? They're so annoying.
She's talking to you, Saren, by the way.
Huh?
Oh my god.
Saren
Like
just
Brady-
completely ignores you, just staring at her rocks.
No. Oh yeah, annoying. Yeah.
Ooh, pebbles.
Thanks, Sarid. That's Mark, not Asan. Asan's too distracted trying to annoy Indra.
You all.
Okay, Brady tried making conversation, got immediately distracted by shinies.
Sorry. My god just like sent me a message in my brain and I had to check it.
You all leave the cave, wandering back to the farmland. The Hala and the dog all seem safe. The farmer is just kind of sitting on a little bench next to his rotting, destroyed farmhouse and multiple corpses waiting for you. He stands as soon as he sees you.
Is it safe for us to move forward, or another trap?
Oh, I've disabled all of them. You can come forth.
Carefully tiptoes.
We help fix your problem. As we're toting around tusks.
Great.
Well,
Yeah, 3 of them, matter of fact.
they'll
We're,
fix your future problems, but not your current one.
so none of the livestock survived.
Didn't seem like it.
I feared the worst. And as he says this, you guys notice him kind of like sling a backpack over his shoulder. He seems to have packed up a lot of his belongings.
If you're traveling, you should be careful, sir.
Do you mind if I stick around in your caravan for a little bit, and at least until I find somewhere
You
to...
heading towards Apsana?
I'm leaving this place.
Sure.
Wherever. Oh, and as thanks, and you see him kind of like grab 2 crates. One is full of clementines, like tiny oranges, very like sweet fruit. Like hands them over to whoever, and then another is filled with papayas.
Oh, I can definitely make something nice with these.
Not to look a gift farmer in the mouth, or whatever saying you use, but shouldn't you try to sell those so you can, buy more livestock?
Don't worry, I've got enough to sell. But also, they might not last exactly a while if I travel for more than a few days.
Dang, these are great.
Asan's like, oh, like maybe we shouldn't take these since Sarah's already
With a shell and everything.
The shell?
It is hardy on the outside. Ilaria just kind of holds, like, ignores the clementines, goes straight for papaya. How do you eat this?
You cut it open with a knife.
Brandy sees Erlen struggling and just like takes one and uses her knife to peel it and give it to him.
Wait, Erland or Ilaria?
Erlen, look at the chat.
Oh.
We both struggling.
Like I'm just peeling oranges for the kids. God damn it.
Just chewing the clementine.
Oh,
Skin and all.
who are you, Ricky?
We agreed not to talk about that.
Too bad, bitch boy.
And you see him, the farmer, just kind of like lift a few other crates, more with kind of like dried fruits, a couple of dates and nuts. I can sell these. Appreciate what you did.
Just give me a second so we can tie them to to our wagon.
Great, thanks. And he just kind of places them into your hands, Brandy, and just walks over to the to the wagon.
You know that Earl friend of yours? Whatever.
My who?
Your neighbor?
What about him?
Yeah, he didn't make it.
Shame. That son of a bitch owed me rope.
How much rope?
Eh.
Yeah, he doesn't even remember.
How much it is rarely the part that matters. Just walks back to the cart.
So, Brandy is going to take take all of her time tying things down, the tusks to the side of the wagon, and the crates to wherever they fit, really.
Well, should we get a move on?
Let's go.
Alright,
I'm assuming we all climb in the wagon.
you all climb in the wagon and start heading off. Let's...
A little past midday, the sun still kind of like squarely in the middle of the sky. The road bumps every once in a while. It's uneven nature, making it difficult to relax. The further you go, the more humid it gets, the closer to the sea that you are. The humidity settling in an uncomfortable way. You pray for a cool breeze, but the air is stagnant. It makes you want to take a nap in the sun, but the twisting, unkempt road makes it for a quite disturbing sleep. As you kind of continue on, the wagon rattling underneath you, a few hours on the road, notice a traveling caravan in the distance. Pulled by a single donkey, it is covered in intricate rugs and tapestries, and compartments full of weird little trinkets kind of stick out. It's kind of like balancing weirdly, as if it's like too full to move. As the caravan gets closer, you see a human woman in patterned fabrics and a dashing smile. She kind of waves over and kind of like stops the caravan next to you, and whoever's would it be Brandy that's pulling the caravan now?
Yeah.
Would she stop?
Yeah.
That is
Very...
a question.
Yeah, no, just something interesting. It's like, ooh, what's this?
The woman kind of like peers out of the caravan. She has dark hair, tan skin, amber eyes, a little mole on her chin. She goes, "Hi there! Are you all travelers?"
Yeah. Brandy like takes a second before like she gets like scolded at by somebody for saying something and just
My name's Diana
sweet.
Barbs. Do you want your fortune read? I'm quite the divinator in my village.
Can I?
I would like to.
Not even a word?
Great.
Can I see the quality of these fabrics? Just like peeking out from behind
With
the wagon.
with
Just-
your background, you wouldn't need to make a check. They're fairly well made. They're not like, something you would hang in like a palace or whatever. But like they're sturdy and they're pretty, and they seem to be handmade, and kind of like very intricate decorations kind of like woven into them, various like different colors. Some of them have like little stories kind of like depicting like on these tapestries. There are a few quilts, and then this entire caravan is just full of like weird like jewelry, trinkets. Seems to be like a few books, drawings, paintings, vases, kind of like from the eastern side of Thetis, you notice, kind of like relegated to Ravane and Antiva territory.
Mm-hmm.
And you see her, she kind of like pulls the caravan off to the side to make sure to leave room for anybody who wants to pass by, and kind of like steps out, and you see she's kind of like maybe like average height, rather lanky. She has these kind of like long, spindly arms and fingers, and she kind of like holds them in front of her, kind of like in a little, like a T-Rex pose, and has these kind of like long, flowing fabrics, and seemingly like handmade jewelry all over her wrists and fingers, and her eyes just kind of like sparkle, and she seems to be very excited that she met you guys. Oh, you're all so colorful and different. It's amazing to meet such travelers along the road. Oh, I'm very excited. And she starts pulling out like a little kind of like table from the caravan and a little rug, and starts lighting candles. And you see this is like a ritual, like a thing that she does, that she's prepared to do, and she's very like kind of like attuned to everything.
Shepard, who, like, just for the record, hasn't really said anything since we've left the cave, really caught on to one thing she said, that she, like, reads fortunes or something. And Shepard would like to walk up to her and say, "Could you read my fortune?"
Of course. Wow, I've never seen someone like you. You're probably from a faraway land. Would you like me to
That is
read you
true.
a fortune of cards, or your palm, or something else?
I've never had my fortune read before, so yes.
All right. And she kind of like extends her hand. Give me your palm, great stranger.
Shepard gives her his palm.
Wow. And she starts like tracing her dainty fingers over your palm. She goes, I see that you're a warrior, but before some sort of craftsman, perhaps. You worked an honest job. Never really had the need to fight except to protect others. But now you seem to be lost? Or no, you've lost something. Oh, I'm so sorry. That's terrible. You know, once I lost my cat, and then she reappeared the next morning. I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for. Sometimes it just takes a while for things to... And as she kind of like slides her finger over your palm, for the people that took things from us to reappear. You must have patience. But it seems like you've found a great family to follow you in your adventure. And she kind of like clasps your hand like in hers, and she goes, "Don't worry. It'll all work out all right."
Shepard says, "Well, thank you."
Of course. Now, my readings aren't free, but I don't accept money or anything. I do love collecting trinkets. Do you have anything interesting I could add to my collection?
Looks at the cart. Oh, there's only like 6 giant tusks.
We're using all of them.
I mean, Sarah could give up her shiny rock.
No. I have pockets full of giant teeth.
Would it be fair to say that Shepard has, like, some sort of, like, knife or something on him?
Yeah, sure.
Shepard, from the inside of his jacket, cuts a small piece off the inside, which is wool, which is the wool from his sheep, and presents it to her.
Wow. I've never had this kind of fabric before. I know it's wool, yet... And she, like, sniffs it. I knew it. You're from a far, far away land. Tell me, what do you think of Thetis?
It was a lot different than home.
Of course it is. Do you like Ravane? Has it been accommodating for you?
Honestly, could have been a lot worse. So,
Of course it
I'm like-
could have. Thank you. I will treasure this. I could add it to my quilt. And she just kind of like puts it off to the side and blows out one of the candles that she's arranged. And you all notice that she's laid out 7 candles before her. Wonderful. Do you have any more questions for me?
No.
Okay. What's your name?
I'm Shepard.
A pleasure. And she just kind of like takes your hand and like reaches her fingers like, and they kind of like wrap over your forearm in a very like unnatural way, and she just kind of like shakes it. You're very
just, like-
big.
Shepard just kind of like shakes back.
Would anyone else like their fortune read?
Me. I don't know what kind of trinkets you want, but I got giant tusks and lots of teeth.
No.
Oh, those giant tusks aren't for trading.
Okay.
Oh, all right. I mean, I'll take the teeth. I have a rather
Okay.
fine collection. I have
Okay, dope.
human and elf and dwarf, and she kind of like looks over at Shepard and then back. That's about it, but I do have teeth from other animals.
Well, now you have mountain giant teeth, and I dig into my
Wow.
giant cargo pockets and just bring out like a whole set, and it's just like passing dice. It's just like, here you go, and it's just a lot of teeth.
Wow, that's so many. I'll just take 5 of these.
Okay.
5.
I'm gonna make dice out of the rest of them.
That's so fascinating. Do you like working with your hands a lot?
I look at down my hands, they're filthy. Yes.
That's fascinating. Would you like a card reading or a palm reading?
Hmm.
Or I could interpret your dreams.
Ooh. Palm.
Palm? Alright, give me your hands. They're so small. Wow.
Well, I disemboweled a giant like 20 minutes before us meeting, so they're good for something.
That's so adorable. Disemboweling. What's your name?
Saradwin.
Saradwin. Very unusual name. Very powerful name as she's like tracing her finger over the lines in your palms, kind of like gets to the tip of your fingers and like presses them a little bit. Goes, 5 bones and 5 fingers. It's strange. Your past is cloudy, but your future is laid upon your hands as if written in stone. You're meant for something very important, but it is up to you if you take on the mantle. You should be careful. Some people from your past are going to try and find you soon.
Shit.
But don't worry, they won't mean you any harm. Though if you have a future for yourself that you would rather follow, it's best if those people don't find you.
Duly noted.
Oh, I wouldn't worry too much. I'm sure your friends would protect you. It must be nice having such a close-knit family. Well, I'm...
Oh.
Yes?
I kind of want to just, since I was looking at the cart anyway,
Mm-mm.
can I see subtly as, she's reading Sarah's palms, if there might be any body or person in the cart? Full disclosure, I do not trust this unassuming young woman traveling alone as a fellow unassuming young woman traveling.
Make a perception check. Yeah.
Yeah, perception.
Okay.
You're not rifling through her trinkets.
I'm not. I'm sussing the vibes. You said perception?
Yeah.
Vibe check.
Vibe check.
Vibe check.
Alec, can I describe this?
Sure.
Because I have something funny I thought of.
Okay.
You're looking through the cart and you see a silhouette passing through some of like the little windows, and it looks strange at first, and then you see popping out of the window. Just a little tabby cat. It just pops.
Orange cat.
Yeah, it's a dumb little fuck.
No, her vibes aren't clear yet. It's an orange cat. Had it been any other?
It looks at you, assesses your vibe, and goes immediately back in the cart. Other than that, you don't notice anything, just outwardly suspicious. It's just a cart filled with trinkets, odds and ends.
That sort of thing.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Oh god.
Like, she's acting weird, but that's pretty much all, really. Like, there's not a body tied up in the cart if that's what you're looking for.
Mm.
All right.
Would anybody else like to get their fortune read?
Brandy is poking Erland.
What?
You, sir, with the multicolored eyes and the untrusting glances. I won't hurt you. Come on, isn't it fun to know what your future holds?
No, thank you. Not one to speak with mystics.
Mystics? I've never been called that before.
I'm sure Brandy here would love to hear about what the future has in store, though, right?
I want to, but Erland, come on.
Go on. No.
Please.
Honestly, before you, really.
I'm sure he's just shy.
Sounds like such...
Promise me that you're gonna go after me, though.
It's such a... such a great opportunity, honestly.
Erland, you're not tired. Shut up.
He's like closing his eyes and like laying down.
Brady is like pushing him over.
Damn it.
You are not strong enough to like push him out of the cart.
Not out of the cart, but like push him over.
The hell you want?
Promise me you'll get your fortune told if I go.
Just let her leave. Come on.
No,
We got places to be.
this is fun. Have fun.
Maybe for you.
On, yeah.
It is fun! Thank you so much for saying that. I'll read your fortune for free, blonde man.
I'm alright. I appreciate the offer, though.
Of course you do. That's why you should come over here. I bet I know what's bothering you.
Brandy, look, keep an eye on our shit, alright? I don't trust this.
I'll keep an eye on our stuff. Just
You know how many cons rely on a mysterious traveler?
Erland gets over and over by a train.
Oh,
Oh, but what a con!
What a con!
I'll play along. Just keep an eye on our shit.
Come on.
Yeah. Go.
No offense, what was it? Diana.
Hmm?
But either you're a scammer or you are an actual diviner, and truthfully, I don't know which one's worse.
That hurts my feelings. Why would you say
Oh.
that?
No, it's not you, it's me.
Oh. Okay. I know what your problem is.
It's
That he
called,
makes
I
a
don't
good
wanna know
point.
what my future is.
Hmm.
If you're a scammer, I don't want to get distracted, and if you're real and you are a true diviner, I really don't want to know what the future holds.
The future, the past, and the present are more intertwined than we care to admit, don't you think?
Sure, I still don't want to know.
Speaking of riddles.
Riddles? Of course not. I simply speak what I hear.
All right, Brandy, go on. Chop. I'm right behind, I guess.
Brandy fucking trots up like the kid who got $5 to get a fucking candy bar.
Hello.
It's like, hold on, I have a trinket for you. And she takes out one of the many like tackles from her fishing box.
Oh, they're so beautiful. Did you make these?
I made some of them, but the other ones I bought from Isley, and some of them my
Wow.
dad made.
Oh, your dad. That's so awesome. Wow. I'm really glad you're giving me this. I've always wanted to learn how to fish. And she just takes one of the tackles and just like puts it straight through her ear.
Mm.
Now
That's
the
not coming
fishies
out
will
for a
be
while.
biting me. Would you like a palm reading or a card?
Brandy just slaps her hand down for the
Oh,
coffee.
you're so eager. I know you're kind. You have so much joy and passion for life. I'm so excited to meet a kindred spirit. You need to be careful, though. The world is not as kind as you've heard. There's horrible things out there. And you should know, the monsters you've encountered are not the worst of it. Watch where you step. And you need to anchor yourself to the ground. You have a lot of aspirations and goals. You might leave those that you love behind. You are about to embark on a dangerous journey. You need to be ready. Also, your birthstone is really pretty.
And she looks at some of the other trinkets in the caravan. Can I buy something?
Oh, I don't take any money, but if you have a joke or a skit or a song or a poem or a story you want to share, I'll give you one of the trinkets.
I have a joke.
Okay.
Sarid!
Wow.
Sarah.
She's calling Sarid over.
I know a joke. Here,
Here's
clown.
this-
Come over.
All right, Sarid's dead. Shepherd.
Shepherd walks over.
Brandy like looks at like your chest like inquisitively. You got something there.
Shepherd looks down.
Fucking Hook, line, and sinker, motherfucker.
Yeah, completely ignoring the instructions. There's no egg.
I can't
Yeah.
believe you fell for that. That's so funny.
Shepard just goes, I trusted you. And walks off.
All right. Do you want to like find something specific, or do you want to roll a D100?
Let's roll a D100.
All right, go ahead. 73.
73.
Wait.
She presents you an instrument resembling a flute or a recorder, that when you touch it, it has the exact same feeling of bone.
Thank you.
Of course, you should try playing it.
You have just given a small child a recorder.
Yep. Make a performance check.
So raw charisma. Got
Mhm.
it.
11.
Not bad, not good, but not bad.
As you start playing it, it's not like the worst thing in the world, but there is this kind of like undertone of almost kind of like a skeletal, like, or like a ghostly screech. Like, it's not super super loud, and it can only be like noticed by like someone like really listening for it. But as you're playing a tune, it just kind of like carries a do 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 ah kind of thing.
Freddy just like fucking skips back to the cart and like just plops right next to Erlen. Your turn.
He just does the points to eyes, points to crates,
Mm-hmm.
trudges out.
I sit on the crate that Erlen was sitting on.
All right, let's get this over with. You don't take money, so, rummages around in his pack a bit. Need that. No, need that. Need that. Definitely need that. Ah, shit.
You seem to carry a lot of weight with you.
You want half a bottle of wine?
Oh,
Found him in some wizard's bedroom.
what kind of wine?
Sort of takes a look at the label. It was the bottle that he found just like in the bedroom of that one wizard.
Okay. What flavor is it?
Let's say it's white wine.
Oh,
Let's
white
say it's
wine.
some sort of Let's say it's some sort of Tevinter white wine.
Wow, this is fancy. Tevinter, huh? You don't look like someone from Tevinter.
Cause I'm not. I got it off someone who was.
Well, that's not the full truth, is it? And she like
I don't-
reaches out her hand.
What? Here, take it.
Oh, do you mind
bad
if I
luck.
remove
Carry
the
her out.
bandages?
What? No. Take the bottle. That.
She took the bottle. She's like trying to read your palm.
No, none of that. None of that. Look, whatever's more vague, we'll go for that. So if
Okay.
it's cards, what you want to do?
Well, I don't really need a card to tell that you're not having a good time. So how about this? Just lower your voice and we'll pretend like I'm reading your fortune, but instead I'll just tell you about how my cat really, really loves to snuggle against my leg, and then sometimes it falls asleep. But don't tell other people that.
Your secret is safe. I don't much care, but go on.
And like the rest of you just see them kind of like lowering their voices and kind of like whispering to each other, not really able to figure out what they're saying.
He does like exaggerated nods, like, oh, yeah. No, it makes total sense.
And then she kind of like raises her voice. And now I hope you understand that your future is not set in stone. And then she winks at you.
Yeah, and remember, you know, you really want to secure that litter box once you're on the bumpy road. It'll be a real mess. Yeah.
Wow. He must have received some really sage advice.
She smiles happily at all of you. Well, it seems that the rest... And she kind of like just glides her fingers over the rest of the candles, just instantly kind of like killing them. Are done as well. Thank you so much for your time and your items. I will happily carry them with me. Though there is one last thing. And she looks over at the farmer traveling with you. And he just kind of like gets out of the cart and goes, She seems to be going farther north. I think Aisley is the name, right?
That's the only
Honestly,
other-
yeah.
That's the closest northern place.
More of a merchant town. Maybe I can catch a caravan to Antiva from there. I'll be going with her.
What was your name
Okay.
again?
Hold on, I have fantasy name generator pulled up. I'll send this to you, Alec.
No, it's the fact that like you guys went through like the entire side quest without asking him a single question.
Brother tried to blow us up.
The name's Edward.
Safe travels, Edward.
Thank you, whoever you guys are. Climbs into her caravan, and she kind of like closes the door, waves at you guys. And remember to eat lots of fruits. This country is known for them. Bye! And just kind of like, the caravan like hobbles off down the road.
God, I love her
Hassan
so
gives like a
much.
half-hearted
Wait.
wave.
Did he take his boxes?
Yeah, he took his crates, but
Okay.
he left you like the clementines and the papayas.
Let's go.
She wasn't so bad.
I could have used that white wine for nice stews. Why didn't you tell me you had them?
See, I was thinking about that. Nana didn't really have anything else to give. Sorry.
No.
Also,
it's
I mean,
okay.
it's kind of bad luck to have a half-empty bottle of liquor. It's a thing. Just don't worry about it.
Is that a dwarven thing?
Yeah.
So what'd she tell you? You seemed really invested.
Meaning of life, our place in the world, how the future is all, it's just nothing set in stone, nothing determined, but what you make of it, all that.
You
mystic
stopped
crap.
listening halfway, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you're sure no one was like rummaging around in our shit? 'Cause I swear I've seen this sort of thing happen before.
You guys get
Well-
on the road again.
Like one person's the face and another person just sort of having their grumpy mitts on our thing. Whatever.
Well,
Well,
I was
that
laying
cat
in
had
the cart,
thumbs.
so
It was eating a lot of lasagna, from what I remember.
God.
Diana invents lasagna just to feed her cat.
Give
I
me
was
that.
laying in the cart, so unless they were extra stealthy, I don't think they got anything.
For some
We
reason,
also
that cat
have all
really
their-
hates Mondays.
Good thing it was a Friday.
What the fuck is a Monday?
Guys, you'll never believe this. I saw the cat holding a fork with no thumbs.
He kicked a dog. Swore I heard him say "fuck Odie." Alright. So you guys get back on the road. It's starting at a bit later in the day.
You come upon a fork in the road. One seems to be heading kind of straight south. Another seems to kind of like veer off towards the west. And there's kind of like signs pointing. One to Afsana, the other to kind of like back on kind of like the Merchants Road to Antiva. You head south. It's still this uncomfortable kind of like humid pace. You guys see Indra just kind of like consistently like wipe sweat off his brow, and he looks like he's dying in his armor. And then this kind of like nice cool breeze just hits all of you at once, and you feel this like sense of relief finally, as like the humidity has just been like broken. And then a sound of a kind of like rushing river. And up ahead is seems to be several figures, kind of like a taller one and then 3 shorter ones, and some sort of wagon next to them, and then a river and a broken bridge.
Oh, lovely, as if we weren't making bad time already. Don't tell me that bridge is where we need to go.
Yep.
Ah, great. Indra, who knew you were a bad luck charm?
Dad, 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 Dad,
Who?
Dad,
Who?
Dad.
Is that your dad?
No, fucking the kid is looking up at his dad, just going, Dad, 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 look at me. The dad just looks really fucking tired.
So, are they on the other side of the bridge then?
They're on the same side with you.
Yeah.
Question, is this still the same day that we hunted the giants?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. None of my shit's back.
I mean, the caravan counted as a short rest, if you want.
Short rest, I could get a spell back. And that's about it.
Yep.
Guessing y'all are in just tricky of a spot as us.
Oh. Yeah.
Great.
We're traveling to Afsana, but then we got to this bridge and it's broken and the river looks really fast. And then Mr. Cuddles, and she's like holding this bunny like in her hands. Mr. Cuddles can't swim, and neither can I, and neither can Joe. And she looks over to like the youngest brother.
Hi. Want to see me do a backflip?
No, Joe, they don't want to see a backflip.
No,
want
I
to see
want
the backflip.
I want to see a backflip.
See, she wants to see the backflip.
No, Dad, make him
Come on.
stop.
Oh my
How old are you,
God.
kid? Do the flip.
Fuck them kids.
The kid kind of does like this like crab walk into like lifting his legs up and then like barely planting them behind him and then stands up. Ta-da!
Yeah, I think you could work on your descent, but you got a really good thing going.
I have no clue how we're gonna get past this river.
Well, we can ask them for help. They look strong.
I don't suppose there's a way around, huh?
I mean, there could be. I don't
Indra
know.
just kind of like takes out the map that he has.
Map.
And like kind of drags his finger along. If you want to take a 2-day detour.
I don't have the supplies for
Boy.
the 2-day detour.
I'm assuming you guys have like stopped your wagon next to theirs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Could
Really
I
funny if we just blew by though.
could I check how deep the river is by finding a stick around?
I'd say it's about like 10 feet deep at like the nearest to the cliffs. 15, 20 feet deep, kind of like at the deepest parts, and then back to like
Ooh.
10 feet deep. And it is like going by like not super fast, like you're not gonna die if you like step inside, but like it will wash away like items if you drop them fairly easily.
Any idea what happened to it?
It fell. I don't know. It was like this when I got here.
How long have you been here?
About an hour.
Well, the sun was there, and then it went here, and like the little girl is like gesturing.
Thank you, dear.
Alright. Great.
Listen, if you don't want to help, that's fine. I can figure out my situation, but
Oh, please, please help, please.
I don't think we want to take a 2-day detour.
I mean,
Are
what's
there
the
any tiny
alternative?
rocks or-
Leave our hollows behind? I mean, come on.
I mean, the alternative is we spend a couple hours trying to figure out a way to make it across.
I don't suppose any of you know how to rebuild a bridge.
If I had my masonry
Earlier-
tools in like a couple months' time,
Can
Sorry,
Shepard find a rock?
Yes,
very easily, yes.
Okay.
pick one.
Shepard would like to pick up a rock and just like throw it to where the bridge is supposed to be to make sure.
It's not an illusion.
It's not an illusion.
It is not an illusion.
Because this worked for Shepard before, so now he thinks that some things might be illusions.
No, you throw it down, and it like hits the water and then hits the wood underneath it, and you guys see like the bridge has like sunk to the bottom.
Do we have rope?
Yes.
We have a lot
What
of it.
if we roped across?
With a
Mm.
cart?
That works with people, Shepard. I don't think we can.
Wait, what if we use our cart as a boat?
as a boat.
Well, I don't really know how things float, but if we remove the wheels and adjust the shape a little, we're not gonna have a cart, but we'll get across.
Well, if we put all the spare parts we take off in the back of it, we could always just rebuild it on the other side.
I know how to fix carts.
Can I roll some type of like, I don't know, intelligence check or something to see if like, do I feel like this could work?
Investigation, Alec?
I mean, I just say straight intelligence, and like the DC is gonna be lower to account for that.
Okay. Then yeah, straight
Okay.
intelligence check.
18.
Ooh.
If you guys like do it right, and you succeed on like a number of checks, like it could feasibly work. It would just be like difficult.
It's gonna be tough, but I mean, it could work.
We can also have somebody get across or a few people get across and actually help pull as well. Make it faster.
I think it might just be better if we get at least one person across, then make some guide wires,
Hmm.
and then people in the cart can pull us along.
Shepard like looks around. So does someone need to go to the other side?
Well, someone needs to take 2 ends of rope to the other side.
Shepard just extends his hands.
Can't exactly jump that far.
I would try to swim across.
I'm making an idea in my head.
We're probably. Huh.
Question, guys.
Yes.
Do you remember if I ever transformed into anything today?
You did not, from what
Yeah,
I
you
remember.
didn't.
Oh, yeah. I
Is
thought
the,
somebody was going to say
the
you did.
fish in the cards for you here?
Think bigger. Why not a whale?
I can't transform into a whale. I've never even seen one.
Oh, Sarah's like, what the fuck is a whale?
What's the
You
way?
can transform into like a hawk or something.
If you're like level 8.
We
We
me
removed
and Alec.
we removed
Yeah.
the restriction on flying and swimming, but a hawk is still like a big CR creature. So I'd say maybe like a hummingbird.
No, Hawk is not that high of a CR. It's 0.
Oh, okay.
What about a flightless bird, just to be funny?
A penguin.
Penguin. What's a penguin?
Oh yeah.
So you need something strong.
This is a kind of a terrain question for DMs.
Mm-hmm.
Is it possible to Misty Step across the river?
Oh, actually, hold on. You can action economy this. You can jump a distance and then Misty Step.
Or someone can throw you a distance and you can misty step.
Yeah.
Shepherd would happily throw you.
And then you would appear on the other side with the rope.
The only thing is, like, logistically speaking, tying knots is still gonna take a lot of, like, it's gonna take probably like 2 or 3 feet of rope just to tie a knot, like around a tree or something. Means
We
this
have
is a very
that's-
tight.
well,
Wouldn't we
Yeah,
all have
plenty
a
of
if
rope?
we yeah, we all have rope, like at least 50 feet of rope.
Yeah, but we're gonna need to have 2 guide wires. That's, I mean, if someone's willing to like cut one of the ropes in half, then we only need 3 people's worth of rope.
Brandy's more than willing to cut her rope in half for this. But this one is actually, this one is an easier distance. Strangely enough.
All right, what are people thinking?
And we know for sure how we're getting. I mean, at least just Sarah across. She's gonna turn into some kind of critter. All right.
Yes.
And is it just gonna be her? Anybody else able to make that kind of jump?
Wait.
Cross that kind of gap?
How are you turning into a critter and then you'll be carrying the rope?
I have a mouth.
Hawks also have talons and are
Oh,
quite
right.
dexterous with them.
I'd say since we removed the swimming or flying speed restriction, we should limit it to like small creatures.
I'm just gonna look around.
Hawks are also
I
small
know that.
creatures.
Not
know
in
that-
D&D terms, Ricky. Like small, like
Fair.
a little bird.
I'm just gonna grab like a like probably like a fist-sized rock, tie one end of rope around it, and hand it to Shepherd and be like, "Hey, big guy, can you chuck this to the other side?"
Shepherd just nods and throws.
Make an athletics check.
21.
21. The
Whoa.
rock lands across the river.
And I have the other end of rope in my hand.
Yes. Okay. The rock is not going to support anyone crossing.
I know.
Oh wait, no,
I-
we know.
I'm just saying we already have a plan to get one person across. As long as we can get 2 ends of rope across, then the person who gets the other side can tie them to supporting pieces.
So we should start just disassembling our cart then. We're
Guess
really
so.
doing this.
I mean, do you have a different idea that saves us from a 2-day detour?
Not really, no.
Or rebuilding an entire bridge.
Way more time. So we're
Yeah.
doing this. I'll get started taking out those wheels.
Do we have? How big are the trees in the area?
They're rather old trees.
This one, like these two, they're pretty like short. Like the roots mostly growing into like the water. This one is fairly large. This one is fairly large.
So my idea is we take two very large trees, we cut them down, and then we lay them across and try to guide the carts over.
Like a raft.
No, I think he means like make like essentially
pseudo
railroad
bridge.
tracks
Yeah.
for
Oh,
the cart to go
okay.
over.
Oh,
Like
That-
Viking.
That's gonna be a bit
45.
sketchy.
Minimum 40, definitely 45.
Yeah. You need like a really big tree for that.
Can I find any big trees?
I'd say this one is like large and thick, but all the other ones are.
We're also on the other side.
Yeah. And there's not really any on this side that are like super.
Yeah, you've mostly been traveling through lightly wooded area.
No oaks here.
There's I know it's on the map, but is that like the other people's cart, or is that just an abandoned cart? Or
It's their other people's cart, but it's not like destroyed or anything.
yeah, okay.
Like their cart is fine, they just can't get it across.
Alright, so I'll start helping take off those wheels and try and make this bit of a boat situation, I guess.
I'll help. Alright, Erland. What proficiency do you have with what tools?
Nasons, which is not entirely this.
Not that.
I'm just gonna try something.
Fair. Okay, make a dexterity check with advantage then. $21. It takes longer than you would like, and it's not as easy as working with kind of like stone or clay. You get the wheels off, and now you and Indra are tasked with like trying to figure out how to form this wagon into something that like won't sink immediately.
It's gonna be bearing a lot of weight.
Well, all we need to do is get that across, and then we can just maybe pull our supplies along with a rope.
Excuse me, sir. Do you have barrels by any chance?
The dad nods.
Do you think we can borrow those?
He gives you a confused look. What are you trying to do, Ricky?
Empty out the barrels.
Put stuff in the barrels and then just sort of lug it across.
No, it's empty out the barrels and tie them to the sides of the wagon.
Oh, boy.
Give them more buoyancy.
The guy just kind of like starts emptying out the barrels. It's full of just like traveling supplies. The family seems to be moving.
We'll get them back across the river. When we get our cart across, but if this fails, it's our cart on the line.
He nods. Okay.
Quick question for, I don't remember who has it, but the toadstool, yeah.
Jared.
I do.
Oh, well, you're across the river. Does it say what size? I know it says a stool, but does it say what size of stool?
Stool is a
Giant-sized
stool. It's proportional to the size of the damn frog, alright? You need a frog fairly large for what you want to do, and I can read y'all's fucking minds.
We need a lot of frogs. And isn't there like a time? Like,
You can only do it once per short rest.
damn.
This wasn't even our word.
Alright, so So Brandy, we're just tying these on to the sides of this.
Mm-hmm. Barrels have a lot of buoyancy to them, and they should help the cart at least float a little bit.
And you know your knots and things.
Of course I do. I'm a fisherman.
All right.
Although I would appreciate help.
Yeah. Let's do this.
So, to the people getting ropes across, what are you doing? Because you got one rope across. No other person yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Sarah, you said you were transforming into something and then flying across?
Yeah, I'll transform into like a fish or something.
Okay. Transform into the thing, fly across. The kids are interested. The dad is like shielding them, like, oh fuck, I got myself into something bad.
Children,
fuck.
don't look.
Mages.
Fuck.
Damn hippie mages.
All right. Sard, when you're across now, are you tying the rope back on the tree?
Yes.
Okay. Feels sturdy. All right. One rope down.
All right. Shepard, you're back.
Yes.
You guys got one rope across, have it tied down completely.
Was that the rope that I threw over?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
You guys said you still need one other rope.
Is there another similar stone I could throw it over?
No more rocks. Sorry. Rock shortage.
Out of rocks.
You use your rock limit for your short rest.
Yeah. Yeah. You find another one. Make another athletics check if you want to throw it over.
I was gonna continue with this bit if you didn't say anything, Alec.
At first, I thought you were really told me I couldn't have another rock.
No,
That was the last rock for Miles.
That is a 19.
19. Whoop. Sardwin catches it. Where are you? So where are you tying the ropes to? What trees?
I am going to say you guys can use the paint option to actually like put lines and stuff.
I was thinking something like one there and then one there.
Okay.
And you guys aren't using these to actually pull. You're just using these as like guides. Right?
Does that look right?
Yeah,
that looks
it's just guides so that the cart doesn't like drift down river
'Kay.
as we're going across.
Brandy, make sure that everything in your guys' cart is tied down completely. Or is in some type of crate that is tied down completely.
Would our cart be able to float across if all of us in it here?
Well,
Let's try one person at a time.
we
And
need one person in the cart. We need one person on the other side to actually help pull it along.
I feel like if we get the cart across, then we can just... The rest of us can get across fairly easily, no?
With the guidelines, yeah. We should figure out a way to get the barrels back on the other side, though, to help their cart, too. Maybe I can stay on this side and use my my fishing rod.
And your fishing rod?
Mm-hmm. We use actual like hooks to fish barrels out of water and traps.
Yeah,
I
but if
don't.
you miss, then, or if the
Well, I don't. Unless one of you has
It ends up running
that
down the
type of
stream.
pole, unless some of you have that type of pole hook, the only option I have is my fishing rod.
hmm.
Getting their cart across will be tricky. I mean, we'll have to pretty much do all this again. We could get our cart across with all of our things, disassemble that, then we'd have to get the barrels back to this side.
I have an idea.
Hmm?
One of you guys, do you have do you have the ability to punch? No, that wouldn't work. But we can tie a rope around the barrel and have somebody on the original side pull it back over.
Hold on then. If we can... Now, I don't know if this will work, but we've got at least some of this bridge that isn't completely torn to shit. If we can instead take some of that, handful of planks, tie that together, make some sort of a makeshift raft with the barrels instead, we can have that bear our cart and their cart, rather than just having it tied to the cart itself.
Make an intelligence check.
Think that'd work?
The raft idea will work. It might not bear the weight of both carts.
Not both, but like one at a time.
If you do it one at a time, it might work. With your cart, with like the party's cart, it's a little bigger. So it'll be like a little iffy.
Maybe.
We should at least prepare the carts to float just in case.
It's something.
I mean, that could definitely work. Alright, let's tie the barrels to the bridge. We gotta build a raft. Ugh.
Building rafts aren't so bad. It was a summer pastime for me and my dad.
Of course it was.
Quick question: while this is all going on, how strong is the current in this river?
Let's see. Based on how the rocks look, it's strong enough to actually sweep people away, but it's not like instantaneous. You're down river in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Type of sweeping away. It's more like you're not going to be able to catch your footing for 40 feet.
So you should be a strong swimmer if you're going in.
Yes.
Strong swimmer,
Okay.
and if you drop your belongings, they're gone.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
absolutely gone.
Never mind. I was gonna get some swimming practice in before we got to the ocean, but this is not a safe place for that.
No, it's absolutely
We'll
not.
find you a pond to splash around in.
Shut up.
That was me, not Endra.
I know. Look, Assam can swim. He just can't swim well.
I
He
had
knows
to
how
teach
to
him.
doggy paddle.
Shepherd would probably swim.
Probably. We'll find out.
We can try building this raft.
All right. So Brandy, Erland, you both working on the raft?
Yep.
Okay. While they're doing that, maybe we should just start trying to get supplies across.
Maybe disassemble that second cart for once its turn rolls around.
What did you say?
Maybe start disassembling that second cart for when its turn rolls around.
Indra looks over at the dad of the kids. Are
Be
you
my guest.
all right? And just starts ripping it to shreds.
The dad is helping. He's not exactly happy that he's in this situation still, but
Uh,
he really doesn't have a choice.
the little girl with the rabbit goes, "We're building a pirate ship!" and runs over and starts painting like a skull and crossbones with her little paint kit on the side of the boat or the cart that you're disassembling. All right. Indra's assembling their cart. Brandy and Erland are working on the wagon. Ilaria, San, Shepard, Serdwin, you guys want to do anything?
Well, I'm on the other side of the river. What do you guys need me to do?
Your back is yourself, right?
Yeah.
No, the fish is going bloop, 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 bloop.
I'm a bird.
Motherfucking bird.
I guess
Do we need anyone else on the other side?
Yeah, you guys are definitely gonna need somebody on the other side.
Shepard asks, what would be the safest way for me to try to go over there?
Well, are you trying to throw somebody over there, or are you trying to get yourself over there?
If someone would like to be thrown.
I think what Ilaria was asking if she can Misty Step.
Yeah, but you wouldn't be from the closest to closest edge. You're just out of range.
Yeah,
but
it's 40, but like if Shepard throws Ilaria like halfway and then
doesn't even need to be halfway.
Yeah.
It just needs to be at least 10 feet.
yeah, and
boop,
then
right
she
there.
and then she casts Misty Step. That could work if Annika wants to do that.
Do you still want? Annika did
If
say
that's
that they
what, yeah.
Annika, are you good now or? No?
She's going to desktop. So I'll put a pin in that.
Okay.
Asan or Sarah, did you guys want to do anything?
I don't know what to do over here.
I'm just gonna make sure all my belongings are tied to the cart, like strapped down, so that if
Yeah.
I fall out, I don't lose all my hard-earned stuff.
Honestly, yeah, I'm going to do the same as well.
Same.
Like everyone is. I'm going to assume everyone does that.
I'll do that for Sarid's stuff as well, just in case. And then I'll go.
Definitely would like to do that.
Sarid, there's probably a couple of planks by the broken bridge on your side, right? Can you try and maybe tie them together so, there's some sort of like a, I don't want to say like docking area, but we can have like
Yeah.
another raft if we want to get.
Do I find stuff like that?
Oh yeah, you got this this whole thing right here.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Hold on, I got it.
You construct kind of like a smaller raft. It might be able to hold like one person at a time if you guys want to like try and like pull it across back and forth.
Yeah, but this one, I'm assuming this one is more for like Hala and people.
Yeah, not a boat.
Not a boat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was gonna say, do you think it could hold a? Actually, no. The Hala are smart enough. I can probably just tell them to step on and stay still.
You can tell them to do that. The way like how they actually handle that is gonna be up to a few animal handling checks.
Yeah. You said at least with my Hala, I have advantage on that though.
Mm. The other one
Well,
is gonna
Yeah,
be.
the other one.
The other one is the other one.
Well, who wants to go first?
I'll go.
Earl and oh, okay.
And Indra just takes off, like, the heaviest parts of his armor. We're just using the raft, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We're using the one that Saradwin built to get the people across.
Doesn't have all the buoyancy barrels, but it's something. It floats, probably.
All right. You guys do have like guideline ropes, but do you guys want to try and like tie rope to the actual raft as well?
That's honestly how I'm expecting it to go back and forth to begin with. People just pulling it to and from.
Okay. I'll say then like Saradwin has one end of the rope, and as she like releases the raft, it kind of like begins to float by. And then Indra just kind of like runs over to the edge and like kind of like grabs it as it's like floating away, ties another rope to it, and then who's not doing anything?
Yep.
A saw.
Technically Shepherd.
If I'm not currently throwing someone across, then no, I am not doing anything.
Annika, are you back?
I am indeed back, but I don't
Oh,
know
okay.
if I'm. Is my audio
Hi.
bad?
Yeah, we can hear
Yeah.
you.
That's
Okay,
It's
good,
fine.
good, good.
Okay. Yeah, you mentioned earlier that like you wanted to try and Misty Step across if like Shepherd throws you a little bit. Do you still want to do that?
I think I can. Is it possible to like? I know the river's really rushing, but could I go forward and then Misty step more?
If Shepherd throws you at least 10 feet from here, you would be able to hit solid land with your Misty Step.
Oh boy! You know what? I'm gonna go for it.
Okay.
Shepherd cracks his knuckles.
I have a lot of faith in you, Shepherd.
Just
Shepherd's
remember,
so
y'all have
excited.
rerolls.
Shepherd, make an athletics check.
Modified 20.
Okay. And Alaria, make an acrobatics check, please.
Okay, I'm gonna use my special dice this time, which is just my regular dice.
Right?
Acrobatics is a +3 to a.
What'd you get?
I'm gonna re-roll.
Uh-huh.
Not good enough, it seems.
It was a 6.
What is
Okay.
it now?
Now it's a 19.
Okay,
Okay.
19.
Ooh.
As like Shepherd throws you and you're kind of like in the air, you're like kind of like scrambling and you just like immediately kind of like thrust out your hand, and without like an incantation or anything, you just immediately kind of like appear on the other side of the river.
You throw down a smoke pellet in air, it poofs, and you poof on the other side.
I'm not a mage, but I do this.
Listen, rogues do that shit
Yeah.
all the time in the games with no explanation.
Yeah.
It's just rogue abilities and tricks.
Hey kid, watch this backflip. And on the other side of the river.
and like the little boy just goes
The dad is just like, oh no,
fuck.
god damn it.
So, did you say, hey kid, let's just backflip, and then Shepherd throws you?
Like the older brother just kind of like takes the younger brother and goes hiya, and like the younger brother just like tumbles like 3 feet forward and goes whoa.
I thought I was about to chuck him in the river.
My brother Joe died.
I killed my
And there-
brother. Joe.
And there goes the little one. Okay, hang on.
Influencing children.
In the worst ways possible. All right, and then Indra just he gives the other end of the rope tied to the raft to Shepherd and goes, "Please don't let go of this."
Okay.
Great. and walks over to the raft. You guys just see him just kind of like do like a little prayer, and then just gets on it, and holding onto the rope. He's gonna make a check. Okay. And just kind of goes, hey, Sarah, can you start pulling on the raft, please?
Okay. Then I do that.
And as you're pulling, make an athletics check, please.
Ilaria, are you helping in any way?
Am I also? Should I also be pulling? I don't know what I'm.
Ho.
So
Heave-ho.
Ceridwen made another kind of like smaller raft out of these planks, and they've tied like rope to both ends of it. It's gonna be kind of like a little kind of like boat raft thing, carrying people and like Hala across. So like Ceridwen's currently pulling on the edge to like get Indra over here. So if you want to help her.
The two of us, scrawny E team.
Yep.
Let's go.
15. You have advantage.
Yeah, so roll one more time to see if we get anything better.
Nice. Okay.
So 15.
Janes for Elgernon.
Or Algernon.
What? And like
Poor Algernon.
Indra's like pulling on the rope as well, and you eventually get him across, and he just kind of like stares back at the river and then back at you and goes, "You're stronger than you look."
Thanks.
Okay. Safe enough. He yells like across the river, and he's put like all of his supplies and like his armor and like attached it to the wagon.
Next.
All right, I'll go.
Wait, we still need a few people on this side to help with the carts.
I just point at my like noodle arms. I'm like, do you really want me here?
We'll keep the we'll save
Well,
the big
it's
guy for
either that or you're pulling the cart on the other side.
Well, on the other side is Indra and Ceridwen.
Well, actually, before I go, I'm gonna go over to my Hala and be like, all right, I'm gonna switch into Elvish. I need you stand on these planks and let my best friend Ceridwen pull you across. I'm gonna try to convince Fenris, my Hala, to do that.
Make an animal handling check with advantage.
Animal handling. Hey.
Alright, 16. It just kind of like stares at you with these like dark black eyes and just kind of like almost sighs and steps onto the raft.
It does what all dogs and like all pets do. They just do the huff and then do the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll
Alright.
give you treats when I get over there.
It is on the raft. The raft is like wobbling pretty hard. So just roll a d20 for me.
Me?
Mhm.
Oh boy.
$14, good enough. The Hala doesn't have like no way of like grabbing onto the raft, and as like the river current is like pulling it back and forth, you see it kind of like stumble a little bit. And like Indra and Ceridwen on the other end of the the river are like pulling it much slower to try and like make it as stable as possible, while Shepard on the other side is like holding it steady, and eventually Hala does get across, and Ilaria kind of like helps it up onto the ledge, and it seems to be safe.
Good boy, Fenris.
It does the elk screech.
Yeah.
All right.
Isn't there another one?
There is.
Mm-hmm.
That one's gonna be harder to convince.
That's gonna be harder to convince because I have not bonded with that one for the past, like 5 years.
Yep.
Wait.
Years.
Okay, so if someone else is over here, I can quickly transform really quick.
That
And
is
then-
your second and last one of the day.
So you're gonna have to get back across the river the good old-fashioned way.
You're right.
And also, that is not your holla.
I know.
You took it, but it is not yours.
Hey,
I
Sarah,
have
how are we
advantage with
gonna
it because
get your...
Fenris has been mine for like the past 6 years.
Asan, do your magic. Tell him to come over. Oh, shit. Tell her to come over.
It's like in the
God.
D&D movie where it's like, can you just like magic it away, dude? Just use your magic on this, and it sounds like that's not how it works.
Don't worry, Hala. Once we get back to our tribe, I'll give you back. You just have to cross this river.
Have you given her a name yet?
Wait, is this thing not even yours?
What?
It's mine now.
It is in my possession,
Yeah,
therefore it is mine.
So, a question. So, I know Shepard's holding onto like a rope, right?
Mhm.
Is anyone currently going across?
No.
No.
So, could Shepard go to the Hala and try and talk to it?
Okay.
Like, just like Shepard would like to pet the Hala and be like, "Listen, it's not easy, but I need you to do what that one just did. I know you can do it. You are a brave and strong creature, and I believe in you."
No.
I'm gonna try to give Shepard advantage on that by translating that all into Elvish.
Nice. okay, yeah, make an animal handling check with advantage.
One of those is a natural 20.
Okay.
So
You
Yeah.
see the Hollis start crying, and it just kind of like nuzzles into you a little bit and goes like, eh. And, like as the raft
doesn't
kind of like floats over.
It doesn't do the cry, but it does like the little like bark call that
Yeah.
elks do.
And as you hold like one end of the rope, Tony, please roll a d20 for me.
that is a 18.
Okay.
Yeah, it has learned from the mistakes of its predecessor.
holding the raft steady, slowly pulling it across. And this is a lot smoother, as this one kind of like is holding on to like the rope bridge with its mouth a little bit for like support. And it safely gets across as Ilaria helps it up. Yeah, we got the, what are they called again?
Hala!
Holocross! Woo!
That was the hardest part, getting our beast's burden.
Yep.
Now it's time for the other challenges. We need to start getting the carts through.
Yeah.
I can safely say me and Shepard can push the carts into the water on our side and then prepare the other cart.
All right.
So if you two want to go to the other side and we can help him and his three kids.
Now let's get them across first.
Yeah.
Their cart's gonna be less bulky.
Considering that the raft could hold Hala, it could probably hold a grown person and a child.
So Alright.
The kids go, "Oh, is it our turn to swim across? Pirates, pirates, pirates."
Yep, hop on.
All right, how are you doing this?
Brandy would like to explain to the dad that this could reasonably hold one adult and one child at a time. So I'm gonna point to Erland and Asan, like they could take 2 of your kids across each.
The dad nods, kind of like understanding, and seeing that like everybody else got across fairly safely, and that there's like 3 people like over there. He'll take like the youngest child with the rabbit, and just kind of like get on the raft and be pulled across.
Brandy is actually going to use the very last little bit of her rope to make sure that like the kid feels safer. Like gives it to the dads, like tie this around you and the kid, like just in case.
Okay.
And then I will also explain like use the rope guides if you do manage to start slipping off.
He nods. Alright, I'll just roll for the dad. Up two. Okay, good enough. And the dad and the child is having a great time. He's like splashing in the water. He's holding the bunny. He's like, yeah, this is awesome. The dad looks like he's having a panic attack. Getting across the river. Saradwin, as like you're pulling, you hold out your hand to the dad, and he just kind of like stares at you a little untrustingly and just takes his kid up by himself.
I cross my eyes and stick my tongue out at him.
The kid laughs.
The kid, wait, did you stick it out at the kid or the dad?
Yes.
Yes.
Sarid never gets old.
Guess it's my turn then, huh?
Yeah, don't slip in.
Do you need any help, Berland?
I wouldn't trust myself to lug all this on my own, so yeah.
Brandy just takes a little bit of her fishing line and gives it to Erland. This has gotten me through some really rough winters. I consider this part of my lucky line. It's the best I can do for you right now. I gave the last of my rope to those two.
It'll be fine.
Alright, which kid are you taking, Erland?
Older brother.
Okay.
Pirates!
He's a little bit more calm, but still, like... Actually, the older brother, you can kind of see, like, he understands the situation a bit more, and kind of, like, trying to put on a brave face, but still kind of, like, you see his hands, like, shake a little bit as you get on the raft. Alright. Would you make an athletics check for me?
Good boy. Crap. Athletics. A
Would you
9.
like to re-roll that?
Yeah, I think I will.
Also, quick question: is this just like make sure you don't fall off?
Mm-hmm.
Who knows?
Couldn't this also be like dexterity based? Because
It's more so like hanging onto the rope with the raft.
okay.
Less about
Okay.
balance, more about like just not like slipping away.
What's your name?
Oh, Erland.
Yikes!
Dude.
Doing all right there? You still breathing?
All right. As you're halfway across, the raft begins to splinter as you see a kind of like rock that's been like heading down the stream just like cut straight through it, and you and the child get separated. Both of you hanging on to the rope. And as you're like trying to like reach out your hand to the child, your own fingers and the bandages slip, and you start heading downstream. Everyone, you get one kind of like round to do something. So like you have your movement, action, bonus action to try and help Erland. Erland, you have that as well. What do you all do?
Can you point where the child?
All right.
Yeah.
I know exactly what I need to do because
Okay.
I trust everybody else to help the child.
Okay, Erland is gonna be over here, kind of like slipping past. And then the child would be about here, I'd say.
Alright, I trust everybody else to help the kid.
Grab the boy.
Brandy's gonna cast Zephyr Strike, which gives her an extra 30 feet of movement. And she is going to do something really brave and stupid.
Gonna shoot me.
No. She is going to full tilt sprint and tackle you to the other side.
Wait, how much movement do you have? Extra 30 feet?
Extra 30 feet, and she's going to dash and jump through.
I think you can only...
I was gonna go here and then do that.
I don't know if you can
Dash and
jump
jump.
that far.
Well, I was also going to just do a normal swim as well. And just, like, try to
It would
hang
have
onto
your
rocks.
movement speed, though.
That's true.
I'd say, okay,
Well-
there is a rock over here. So it would be like... What? That's 55.
It'd be here to there.
Okay,
So yes, 55.
55. And then if you want to roll an acrobatics check and then an athletics check to, like, get Erland to try and get him to the other side or, like, something, that could be feasible. So make an acrobatics check to see if you can, like, land on the rock.
Alright, just before that, Brandy is taking off her bow and her arrows and, like, looking at Shepard like, don't forget those. And, yep. You said acrobatics and then athletics?
Acrobatics first,
Acrobatics.
to make sure you don't slip and hit your head on the rock.
Alright.
10. You step on it, you slide a little bit, but you're fine for now. Athletics to try and catch Erland.
Athletics. Ah, damn it.
Or do you want to use...
Alright.
Oh, we don't have rerolls.
We don't have rerolls like players do.
Okay.
Oh,
So I'll say you jump over here. Now you're next to Erland, but you're
I
kind of
can
like
at
both
least
hanging
hold
onto
on
the
to him.
rope as you're like being carried away by the current.
I've got something to try for the kid.
All right, go ahead.
Kind of along the same lines. I'm going to be taking the dash action, and I'm gonna shout, "Kid, arms up!" And I'm gonna run here, and I'm gonna try to step, and then grab the rope and hang my foot towards the kid so he can grab onto my foot.
Okay.
I'm just hoping he's paying attention and grabs on.
Okay. Make a persuasion check with advantage.
Okay.
19. You see the kid kind of like still like holding onto the rope, and kind of like reaches out his hand. Make an acrobatics check as you're kind of like jumping across the rocks.
You have
No.
your bonus action, correct?
I do.
Would you like to do the thing?
I can't. I used both of them.
Already?
Already.
Okay.
I used one in the corpse fly fight.
I
and
forgot
one in
about
the-
you using it in the corpse slice. My bad.
So yeah. 13.
13.
Okay.
You kind of like catch onto the rope, and like lift out your foot, fairly gracefully. Though at the very end, you're just kind of like grabbing on as hard as you can, not really worrying about like what you look like to the kid. He grabs onto your foot. If you want to try and pull him across, that'll be an athletics check.
How many people are close enough to me? Huh.
You got at least me and Erland.
I've got 4 people in range, and if the kid counts as an ally, then I've got 5 people in range.
Sure.
Would
Say
the,
in the face.
where would the dad and the other kid be?
Far away
I can
from
only
the
get a max
river.
of +5.
That's
I
fair.
can only get a max of +5 anyway, so
Okay.
if the kid counts, then I'm at my max anyway.
Sure. I'll allow it, yeah.
Okay.
Athletics. Is that with the +5?
No, that
Okay.
is without the +5.
So then that would be
So that,
15 athletics.
Well, I can use it after knowing whether I succeed or fail.
A 10 would not be enough to get him across.
Then I will use it and get a 15.
Okay. You are like this is like the strongest you've ever felt in your life, and you're sure that like you're only able to do this because you know that a kid would fucking die if you didn't. And like you summon all of your strength to just pull yourself across the rope, trying desperately, like your fingernails digging into your palms. You are exhausted, and yet at the end, Ilaria and Indra just both rush over to kind of like help and lift you up, and the child is safe.
Ooh.
He is shaking and terrified, but kind of like just closes his eyes and hugs you and says, "Thank you, thank you."
And also, I'm gonna put my back to the dad so that the dad can't see what I'm about to do, and I'm going to cast Prestidigitation and make all of his clothes dry.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna put a finger up to my lips.
Wow.
The kid just kind of nods, and then immediately, like, the dad just kind of like pushes you off of him, goes, "Don't touch him!" and like grabs his son and carries him away.
Yeah, you're welcome.
This is the kid's coolest day of his life so far.
His origin story. All right. Anybody else want to do anything? Erland and Brandy are over here.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yep.
There's
I know what, I know what my plan is.
Okay.
So like, are they on the rope? Like
They're
are-
hanging on to the
like-
rope. They're hanging on to the second rope. If they are not able to, they're going to start floating downstream.
Let's see. That was Asan. That was Brandy. We still have Indra, Alaria, Saradwin, and Shepard.
Am I close enough to like help them out?
What are you trying to do?
I'm gonna try to see if I can like pull the rope tighter so they don't float away.
The rope that is tied to the other end.
Do we have excess rope that we could kind of just use as a buoy? Not a buoy. No, this.
Brandy used all of her rope. That is 50 feet. That is 55 feet.
Indra takes out his rope, ties it to one end of his spear, and just kind of looks at Erland and Brandy and goes, "If I hit you, I'm sorry," and then just throws the spear at them. Both of you make a dexterity check to try and catch the spear Indra's throwing.
All right, we catch him. Let's actually, question. If he's throwing it at us, I might be able to deflect him.
Oh, interesting.
Plus your monk level.
I'd say yes.
Roll damage.
Yeah, so roll a 1d10 dex, and then what's your monk level? 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
And
this is
Shepard,
1d10 plus
what did you want to do?
I have no idea, so I'm hoping this works.
Okay, cool.
Let me spell. 15.
15. You
don't
kind of like
think you're
grab
fine.
it in your hand, and then Brandy kind of like helps bring it back down. You've grabbed onto the spear, and Indra's just kind of like starting to slide a little bit, and just kind of like yells over, "Can I get some help over here, please?"
Gonna
Well,
try
you're
to
on the
just I don't know. At this point, hug Indra's waist, but also kind of like, you know, from behind, but also holding the rope.
Okay.
Oh my god, hugging, hug.
RNG, tug of war.
Is anybody else helping Indra pull?
Yeah, I'm
the-
gonna help.
Okay.
I will help.
Okay. He's gonna roll an athletics check. Wee.
Longest
Okay, that's
conga
pretty
line.
good.
Advantage.
Yes, with advantage. She got a 16, but okay, cool. Yeah, so that's a 19 total. And starts pulling you guys across. and for the moment, you escape the water's winding path.
So they're okay, right?
They're okay.
Cool. Am I the only one on the side of the carts?
Yes,
Yep.
you are.
Okay.
And the kid.
There's a kid over here?
There's
Yep.
one more kid, yeah.
The little girl just looks up
Oh,
at you,
yeah,
goes,
right.
"Hi."
There's
a kid over here.
Shepard goes, oh, hi. Is this the one with the stuffed animal?
Do we still have the rat?
No, the
that
one
we
with the
can
stuffed
go back
animal
and forth?
already left.
Okay.
Not stuffed animal.
Oh.
That's an actual rabbit, guys.
Oh,
Oh, shit!
Do we still have the raft that can go back and forth and take people?
It was
No.
destroyed.
Broke
This is what just broke.
You have
Yeah.
big raft now.
Huh.
How big is the child?
Oh god.
no. No. I'm going to...
Shepard's like, "Have you ever wanted to fly?"
I want to go to the moon. Why wait?
I want to be an astronaut. I can do you one better.
Listen, if I palm the kid's head and throw it as hard as I can.
And I turn all the kid across.
Also, wow, thanks, father of these children, for shoving me out of the way after I saved your son.
Yep.
Ted.
Yep. You see the father kind of like on the ledge going, "Are you alright?" And the kid goes, "Yeah, why?"
Shut. Great.
So, Brandy and Erland get up onto the ledge.
Okay. I guess Shepard's gonna try to bring the carts and try to float them across.
Well, there isn't a rope to use at the moment.
Indra still has his. It's only 50 feet.
Yeah, actually, Indra can throw across the thing normally.
Would it be okay? Could Shepard like walk over here to try to catch it, maybe?
Yeah, sure.
Like,
He'll tie it
Okay.
to a javelin and just whoop.
okay. Do I need to try to catch it, or is it just gonna land?
No, yeah, he throws it across and you catch it. Even if you didn't,
Yeah.
it would like kind of stick over here.
And even if he couldn't make it all the way across, he'd just pull and try again.
Yeah, like it's fine. Okay, so you have the javelin and the rope, and 2 carts and a child.
This feels like this feels like a compound like word problem you would get in like a math class.
Yeah.
Yeah, right now you're in physics, motherfucker. Figure out what
All right, there's 2 carts, a kid. I gotta get them all across. The
Well,
cart, the kid, and Fox.
It's
can't go
it's one
across
of
at the
those
same time.
like brain teasers where it's like you have a
Yeah.
fox, a chicken, and like chicken feed.
The fox
So-
and the chicken can't go at the same time. The chicken feed and the chicken can't go at the same
Yeah,
time.
you can't leave
We
the
have
kid
to-
with the wagons because the kid will eat the wagons.
Yeah, totally.
Alright, so, Shepard. I do believe the original plan was bringing our cart first to make sure that it was safe enough, and then the family's cart.
Okay.
And Brandy's bow and arrows are right next to you.
I put your bow and arrow on the cart and try to get the cart into the water, I guess.
Okay.
I tell the kid, please do not stand near the cart.
Okay. The child kind of steps away. She's painting her family's cart with like pretty flowers.
Those are very nice flowers.
Thank you. You kind of like lay the cart down, barrels tied to it, and the entire group kind of like,
Eves, basically.
yeah. Everybody, like Saradwin Asan, Elaria, Indra, Brandy, Erland, please make an athletics check. This is going to be a group check. And Shepard, of course.
Hell yeah, son.
Nice.
Hell no!
Oh, never mind.
Oh, Brandy!
Wow.
Man, Asan has a good
Two
pump
nat
after that.
20s!
I got a
Fuck yeah,
I got a
elves,
natural
baby.
19.
I,
Yeah,
with
elf
my
baby.
athletics, that is a 21 for me.
Nice. Okay, with 2 natural 20s and some high rolls from people who have a -1 to athletics.
Yeah.
You guys, it does catch water. It is not like it's still a wagon. Like it's not a boat. It's
I'm
buoyant for the
assuming-
most part, but like water does get into it and it gets harder and harder to pull across, but eventually you do. And kind of like with those natural 20s, the 2 elves just kind of like drag it across, heaving and
Asan has a good
hoving.
pump going after saving the kid.
God damn, what are they feeding you guys?
Pure adrenaline.
Pure rage. Alright. The PC's cart is across.
And we need to move that aside to get the other cart over. So Brandy
Right,
is
so I've-
going to do a mixture of mending and actually putting things back together so we can roll it back
So I have
onto
cart
the
and a kid
Yep.
left on the side.
Meaning you guys need to be on the cart that's moving.
Yeah. Okay. I go to the kid. All right. It's our turn.
Oh, we're gonna go across?
Yeah.
But Amin was, and she like gestures to her brother. Amin and the short guy, they were going across, and then they fell, and then they almost got carried away by the river. What if that happens to us?
Brandy shouts
Oh.
from the other side, "It's okay, why do you think he has horns? Grab on!"
I'll keep you safe.
Make a persuasion check.
A 14.
14. She kind of like worriedly looks across the river, then back at you, and goes, "Can I sit on your shoulders?"
Of course.
Yay! And like climbs on top of you.
If you need extra grip, grab the horns. It's okay.
Woo! Like a bull ride.
Yep. Exactly.
All right.
what-
So you get into the cart and try and like float it across.
Yep.
Or are you guys tying the barrels to this cart as well?
Yeah, let's do that. That sounds
Yeah, let's
like a
do
good
that so
idea.
that way it has extra buoyancy.
All right. You get, this is like just gonna be the same rolls again. You guys get the barrels across easily enough. And Shepard, you take the time to tie them to the boat, to the cart. This one's smaller, and as you kind of like put it in the river, it is like it floats a little bit easier. With the guiding ropes, it seems to be a little bit more steady. Though, are you going to be like just hanging on to the boat and like kind of like swing it across, or are you going to be inside of the boat cart thing?
I actually think I'll try to like hold on to it and swim it across.
Okay. Please make an athletics check.
That is a 23.
23. With everybody kind of like pulling the cart across, you don't have to do too much work. Everybody else, please make an athletics check for the last time.
Okay. Did I use all my luck last time? Yes.
Alright.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Okay, okay.
Not as strong as I look.
It's alright, we're doing fine, we're doing fine. One last heave, and then everybody just goes. And at last, the last cart is safely across the river, and Shepard kind of stands up. You all kind of like help him and the child across. You take a small rest.
Uh,
Shepard from putting both carts in the water. It's a little tired.
Yeah.
The
The child like climbs off your horns and go joins her family.
Okay. I'm gonna go start putting their cart back together, guys. You take 5, okay?
Brandy, as you approach the dad, he just kind of stops you and goes, "I'll handle this myself."
No, it's okay.
No. And kind of like starts guiding his children away from you.
I kind of yell after the dad, "Hey, being a bit of an asshole for someone who just got help crossing the river, huh?"
You nearly killed one of my children.
Yeah, and they could have starved if you went the 2-day journey.
We had supplies. You don't know anything about us.
Shepherd, who was so intent on resting, is now a little not happy, and brings up that you told us you didn't have the supplies to make that journey. Do you forget that?
Did he tell you that?
He did.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, in character, I did say that.
Oh, why would you say that?
You told us you didn't have enough to get on that journey, so we helped you and your family across.
So not only are you a
And now you're
coward,
giving us an attitude.
You
but
know
you're
what?
a liar too.
Thanks for the help. I really appreciate it. Now leave. And
Yeah,
he
no
starts
problem.
putting his cart back
Anytime,
together.
you know. You're welcome.
Erlin's just like drenched, just heaving. Just,
Many thoughts are crossing Shepherd's mind right now.
Okay.
Well, that
Goodbye,
was
sir.
fun,
Have a safe
everyone.
journey.
Shepherd's like, how far can I throw him?
Shepherd,
Can I throw
no.
him into the water?
Shepherd, no.
Shepherd's
no.
not saying any of this out loud.
Alright.
These are all thoughts.
Well, I guess we'll take a small rest then.
While you guys are
Alright.
resting, the dad is just building the wagon, and then, like some of the kids like try and approach you guys, but the dad just shoos them away.
I'll be back.
I'm
Sort
just
of
gonna put my
slowly
armor and my sword
trudging.
back on. And my staff.
Indra does the same.
Brandy is over by Erlen, just making sure that he's like,
No. I'm fine. I just need a lie down. I'll come back.
Erlen, I'm making sure that you don't have a heart attack.
A what?
Leave it.
If you overexert yourself and then
I already
try to
did.
do something like sleep, you could never wake up.
Doesn't that happen to old people?
No.
I thought you
My
just
neighbor-
weren't supposed to sleep after head injuries.
I thought you weren't supposed to eat after or before going into water?
No,
Took 30 minutes.
my neighbor, who was only not much older than me, he died after shoveling a lot of snow and then going to bed.
Randy, I appreciate it. I'll come back. I need a breather. My arms, my injury, it's really acting up right now. Just need a minute.
10 minutes and then I'm checking up on you.
Hey,
Yeah.
Brandy, can you help me make some soup for everybody?
Yeah. That doesn't take too long.
Great, thanks.
I'm gonna do a quick sketch. Not like full on painting, but a quick sketch. Just like of the dad, but in like the New York cartoonish ways that like emphasize all of the worst aspects of the person.
Alright.
To Asan and Serdwin, I would like you to both make perception checks, actually.
Perception.
Yes.
I'm busy drawing,
yeah.
okay.
I'm actually going to type this to Ren, and that would be Sarah's job to point that out to everyone else, if they choose so.
Erland is one of the trees. And by one of the trees, I mean, like, half collapsed, lying on the side of a trunk. Just way off somewhere.
Alright, while you guys are resting, the dad seems to have finished rebuilding his wagon, and he's like ushering his children to go, kind of like ahead of you guys. Though you do notice that the girl has kind of like slipped away a little bit and left a little drawing of all of you guys in like very childish, like large kind of like painting strokes. She doesn't get like your likenesses down, but it's all of you guys plus like the Hala.
Am I done with my drawing by the time she does this?
Mhm.
I'm just gonna quickly, take it off the canvas, roll it up a bit after it's dried, hand it back, and hand it to her and be like, from one artist to another.
She kind of like salutes you.
Y'all,
Stay safe,
you
kids.
saved the kid. A horrible, like, not a horrible, but like, her father's worst traits, like.
Yep. Hassan's a petty little shit. What do you expect? I saved his son, and he shoved me and told me to stay away from him.
And the kids
Kinda
and the
dick
dad
move.
head off. Alright, and that's where we'll take a break. Come back by 7:10.
Yeah, let's go with 7.
Okay.
Yeah. Rest.
Rest.
Recording.
It's recording.
It's recording.
It's
Making
recording.
sure.
Thank you.
It's recording.
Alright. You guys take a short rest on the other side of the river. And
Ooh.
I'm assuming begin assembling your wagon back together after it's dried.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I get to make 2 treats. And I am going to hand... Well, I'm going to save one for Erland. And... I'm going to give one to Indra. Not Indra, Asan.
Oh, okay, fuck you
Like-
too.
Sorry, I was looking at the names list that I have, like, on my desk, and I'm like, shit, which one's Mark again?
No, it's fine. Whatever.
I've gotten used to the names, but I have yet to associate them with players yet. God damn it.
Alright. You all eat, and unless there's anything else anybody wants to do, you head back on the road.
1 second.
I just offered to dry everyone's clothes with prestidigitation.
Can you dry off metal?
Like,
It just says dry,
yeah.
as
Yeah,
long as
you-
it doesn't exceed the range limitations of the spell.
Do you want me to dry you off?
It's fine.
I just wave my hand dry.
Ah!
You obviously asked because you were interested.
I feel very toasty.
Oh, hey, Erland. Psh, dry. Welcome back.
Erland walks
Shepherd-
back to the
Shepherd,
group and
like,
he's just like
goes like,
hit by a blast
"My
of hot air.
Thanks.
Shepherd's like, can you dry my clothes?
You're
next?"
welcome. Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
Little biscuit in the shape of a bear. Oh.
Bear skit.
God
Okay.
damn it.
Alright.
Appreciate it.
We assemble the cart, we're back on the road. Get us away from the bear skin.
You guys see, like, Ash just kind of trying to dry himself off.
I'm just gonna wave my hand.
So
He
this
looks incredibly confused.
random question.
Mm.
When did Ash go across?
With Indra.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Alec. We did kind of forget about that.
No, he just went with Indra. I just didn't want to like monologue. Indra takes the dog and grabs the dog and
That's-
holds him with
that's-
him.
That's fair. That's very fair.
My bad. Next time I'll be sure to explain it. But yeah, Indra took his dog with him.
No.
That was-
I'm like, as soon as you described Ash, I'm like, fuck, he's on the other side of the river still.
Yeah, that's what I was like. Do we have to go back?
Indra's just like, yeah, it's time that we parted ways. I think he has his own journey.
He has his own journey.
Yeah. They just salute each other and walk in different directions.
I'm just thinking, Indra has definitely taught Ash how to salute as a trick.
Yes, absolutely, he did.
God damn it. Dirthaman, damn it.
And back on the road you go.
On the road again.
On the road again.
He immediately falls asleep.
Roll again.
Road is not like pleasant to drive along at all. Though after a couple of hours the sun does slowly begin to set, colors the sky in these kind of like very warm tones. It's a lot more peaceful now, and the further kind of like south you get, it is humid, but there is that strong sea breeze. And Indra informs everybody that you're maybe half a day's away from Afsana.
Wonderful. Maybe we can actually sleep somewhere that isn't gestures vaguely to the ground.
Okay, not trying to be rude here, but what do the Dalish sleep on, if not the ground?
Hey, we have beds.
You do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, beds that can roll up and pack into a cart, but we have beds.
Well, what's the difference between sleeping on that and the ground?
Wow,
The ground tends to absorb heat from you.
Oh, thank you, Brandy.
And, you know, comfort.
Comfort was
So
never really a problem with the ground. Just
We can
cold.
take what we can get.
I'm just looking forward to a nice hot bath.
I don't think it'll help with the smell. You might as well skip it.
You know what? Sleeping properly doesn't really seem to help your attitude either, but...
Anyway, who's staying up for first watch?
It should be settled down already?
I mean, how much farther do you think we should keep traveling? Sun's about to set.
Fair. And Indra pulls the cart over. It's a much more wooded area now. The trees are still rather thin, but there's this kind of like nice little outcropping with a little hill, and you find yourselves kind of like comfortably settling in. Seems to be kind of shielded from the elements, and a little bit less noticeable. Oh, I am so sorry. My grandma's calling me.
Grandmama.
I'm gonna be right back.
Okay.
I'm gonna. Erland, Asan,
Okay, I'm back.
Shepard.
Sorry.
They're doing their like minor camp prep. Asan's taking care of the Hala. Shepard's trying to look for frogs and being disappointed. He's
Chopper
trying to look
there.
for frogs by the sea.
Aw.
Yeah. Erland is just gathering herbs. I didn't get the Saradwin or Alaria just yet.
Alright.
Alaria, is there anything particular you want to do?
Could we? Or I actually don't know if we would need to clean out the horns. Or
You do
I'm thinking of them as
actually.
goat horns, right?
No, you do, like tusks. You still need to clean out because they are bone.
I would like to do that and potentially extract the marrow for potential cooking purposes. I have no idea about the culinary taste of giant, but like.
Cool.
Hey.
Neither does Brandy or I do.
Bone marrow is bone marrow, man.
Bone marrows, but you know what? Good on you. Sure. Make a survival check. Post-mortem root canal.
I butcher it.
It's not. No. It's hard to. Or would you like to keep the secret, or would you like to say this out loud?
I'll just say it out loud.
Okay, go ahead then.
It's like, you know that dad that you drew?
Yeah.
Did you
What about
notice?
him?
Did you notice anything about the kids?
No. Why?
I don't think a human kid has pointy ears.
What?
You know, and then I point to my ears.
You didn't want to bring that up while he was still in sight?
He's still in sight? I thought it's nighttime.
No, I said you didn't want to bring this
My
up while he
brother
was
in
still
Christ,
in
that was
sight?
hours ago by this point. He's long gone. You have no clue where he is.
No, I think Ren knows. I think it's just Saradwin being.
Yeah. It's Saradwin being Saradwin.
You didn't want to bring that up? We could have... Sarad.
Look. They didn't look like full elves or anything.
You don't think they were full elves?
Maybe they could be half elves.
Still, it's something we should have brought up while they were there. Why wouldn't you mention that earlier?
Because I just noticed when they were walking away.
You could have said it then. That was hours ago. If, let's worst-case scenario, he's kidnapped them.
Well, they look like him.
We don't know. We could have asked at the very least.
If we asked him if those are his children, he would be very pissed.
We could have just asked him, like, where's his wife? What's his wife like?
And then he'll be like, what's that? What's mind your own business?
What's a wife?
What's a wife?
I fucked someone?
So, do you think those weren't his kids?
Wait, what?
Is
Shepard,
this-
when you there?
Oh, I thought this is a group conversation.
No.
It's not?
No.
Sarah
Sarah
does
walked
specifically
over to
approach
Hassan.
Hassan.
No, just
Unless you guys want to make this a public conversation, this is just between them.
I mean, with how loud
The
I think
stealthiest
Hassan is
giant.
starting to get,
He just
I think
pops
people
up
should
like,
probably
oh god,
wrap
how long
things
have you
up.
been there?
Hold on. What'd you say, Mark?
I was gonna say I think with Hassan getting a little bit more
Agitated.
agitated, I think people can tell that there's some sort of conversation going on. It's not a happy one.
Shepard's real statement was, "Is everything okay over there?"
Yeah.
What he
we're-
actually meant to say.
We might as well tell them.
While the kids were walking away, I noticed they had pointy ears.
Okay.
And the father didn't.
Hassan, are you against elves and humans having kids together?
I'm not against that. I'm saying we should have made sure that he didn't just take 3 elf children.
Well, did they
Wait.
look like full elves or?
That's a thing?
Did you?
Oh
do
yes,
you think
the
those
slave
weren't?
trade of elves. That's such a big news. Never heard of it before.
Do you think those weren't his kids?
I don't know.
They looked like him.
I'm just saying we... Never mind. Never mind.
Just because he was an asshole doesn't mean he kidnapped them.
I'm not saying he did. I'm saying we should have made sure.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been worth to ask.
Is it our business
Exactly.
In my experience, my dad would have punched you in the face if you asked that question to him.
So I'd get punched in the face. At least I'd know if the kids were safe.
He stood up to 7 random strangers, all armed to the teeth. If he made any hostile actions, he could have died and put the kids in even more danger.
I'm not saying we ripped the kids away from him. I'm saying we asked.
Why?
I mean,
Go ahead.
Maybe
did the kids look like they seemed pretty, I mean, except for the river incident, they seemed pretty content as far as kids go. There are worse childhoods out there.
Worst parents too.
It definitely seemed like the kids were siblings, at least.
I'm not saying I would have said, like, are those your kids? I would have asked about his wife.
some people don't like talking about that stuff.
Yeah, and if it's an uncomfortable topic, then at least I'll know.
Then they'll
who's
shut
there.
up! Like you should.
How about we relax?
It's not like we can do anything about it now.
Did they mention where they were going?
It
No.
doesn't matter. Drop it.
Away from us, that was sure.
They did mention they were moving.
The kids seem to trust their dad. If we got involved, it might have hurt them more or it might not have, but like Erlen said, it's too late to think about now. But in the future, and he looks over at Sarah, maybe we let each other know about this kind of stuff and decide as a group.
But at that point, they were walking away.
And we're not blaming you.
Anyway, dinner's ready, guys.
I'm good. I have rations.
Okay.
I'll help you serve some soup.
No, it's okay. Sit down and relax. We had a hard day.
Indra's just gonna punch Brandy in the arm and go, oh, relax.
I'm sorry. Bad memories.
I get it. But let's not dwell on shit like this.
Yeah.
Anyway, what kind of soup is it?
Just more of the mushroom and cubed bear meat. I need to get rid of all of this bear meat before it spoils.
Yeah, that bitch was big.
I know, right?
Oh, I can't believe we took that shit down. And we fought 3 giants.
It was awesome, right?
Yeah. Hey, how much do you guys think we'll get for those tusks?
Well, I wanted to ask if I could take one of those for myself.
Like a trophy?
I was gonna send it back to my dad.
Oh, but it's weird when I take someone's tooth. I'm
I
kidding.
mean, oh, okay. You guys don't mind if I take one of them at least, right?
I don't care.
Makes no difference to me.
Sarah disappears and climbs into a tree.
What an emo fucking kid thing to do.
Make a stealth check with
I'm
disadvantage.
going to my room.
Yeah, actually with disadvantage, because don't you have like
your
medium armor?
Your armor, yeah.
Yeah.
Clank, 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 clank.
Okay,
Uh-oh.
that's an 8. Let's see if this gets lower. So already you do not. Okay,
Okay.
it's an 8.
8.
You
clank,
beat no
clank,
one's
clank.
passive perception.
You climb into a tree. Everybody just looks over to the side where Saradwin is just like huffing and puffing into a tree and just kind of like crawls away.
Pepper, for one, doesn't say a thing.
Alright, so who is taking first watch?
I'll take first watch.
I'll rest. I'm actually tired for once.
Erland, you want to join me?
Sure, I guess. Everyone else get some shut-eye.
Alright, and we're going to do what we did last time, and where the people of the current watch pick the people of the new watch.
Thanks for the soup again.
Sorry, what did you say, Erland?
Thanks for the soup again, Brandy.
You're welcome. Did you like the biscuit?
Yeah. Much less of a terrifying bear.
Well, I can't make it look mean. The biscuit can't bite back.
Right.
Unless you want me to try to make it do that.
No. Honestly, I'm missing that half bottle of wine too.
And good night, Erlen. And Brandy just sulks back to her tent.
Thanks for trying.
Who is he saying that to?
Brandy, as she's walking away.
All right. It is Indra and Erland.
Sits his ass down. And actually, there's one thing you wanted to ask of Ilaria before she got some shut-eye.
Here. Yeah.
The emblem, if you don't mind.
Oh, sorry. Here you go. And then I just go, bloop. I don't know what sound effect it would make.
I'll put it back.
Chucks the emblem at Erlen's face.
I remove it like
You want
Iron
it? Go
Man.
get it.
You
We'll just-
want it? Go get it.
He'll put it back into this into a little box that's in. A little like wooden box full of other little trinkets and things. Heads back by the fire. One more day.
I actually do.
What?
Just one more day.
No, Ricky, what are you mumbling about?
I'm sorry. I'm like, I know there's a picture of what an armor rune looks like from Origins or
Okay.
Awakening, and I found it.
Okay.
It's tiny, but I found it.
Tiny.
Alright.
Sorry, God, that was my bad.
Yeah. I think just several nights on the road is getting to everybody. Do you want me to help you reapply your bandages?
I already handled it. I'm good.
I wouldn't say I have healing magic exactly, but it's a paladin trick. Might make it less painful.
Look, there really isn't any healing what I've got.
Okay. Though, you're not gonna be able to fend off Brandy forever. She cares way too much about everything.
Yeah. You have any family like that?
Like Brandy?
Don't have to answer.
Outside of my cousin, Alana, no, not really.
Yeah. Weird.
What about you? Family? Friends?
No.
Cool.
I'm more the look out after others type, I guess.
Yeah, I can tell. So, okay, I know the arm bandages are off limits, but you got any scars you're willing to talk about? They make for interesting stories, I guess.
I guess. Did get. I guess it's easier to show you, but a sort of lift part of his shirt and undershirt, like hovering right about where like his left kidney would be.
Mm-hmm.
One deep gash mark.
Who'd you piss off to get that?
An assassin.
Don't know what I expected, but yep, that sounds about right. How bad was it?
It's hard to walk back home afterwards.
Damn, you walked?
Yep. Well, ran as best I could, but no. It wasn't easy.
A rough life, huh?
Sort of comes with the territory.
So did you get that in Orzammar or on the surface?
Underground.
Hmm.
Lifetime ago, really.
Feels different when you move, doesn't it?
Yeah. What about you? You left Starkhaven.
Hmm.
Ever find yourself missing it?
It's all I've ever known, so I guess I have to miss it. My parents are still there. And, this isn't exactly the easiest journey with the easiest people, but I don't know. I'm looking forward to the sea, I guess. Maybe seeing what other parts of life have to offer.
Got myself pretty acquainted with water today.
Yeah, are you alright from that? That was a little horrifying.
Well, if it weren't for your javelin, my plan was just gonna see if one of the larger rocks down the river could stop.
If it weren't for Brandy tackling you. She's insane.
Yeah.
She and Saradwin, they're both insane. What kind of people are we traveling with, dude? I didn't expect this.
Neither did I. But
Yeah, my bad for bringing you along. That was
it's fine. Look, I'm not the easiest to work with either. I know that. But I like to think it's that I've been better lately. I mean, really, I used to not even be able to sleep near you guys. Disappeared a lot more often, you know?
I get it. I like the
Trust.
quiet too.
Trust, really, is the difficult thing.
I don't know, don't you ever get tired of not trusting people?
I do. That's why I am like I am now.
Well, you can hold a better conversation at least. I think the first time I... Go ahead.
Oh. You ever think how your past self would be reacting to you right now?
Past self would slap the shit out of me, definitely. I mean, I'm in a group with, what, 2 mages? And I'm not actively killing them? What does the world come to?
Yeah.
But I think past me would be relieved, somewhat.
Really?
You know, when you're young and everything feels a lot bigger than it is. You feel like you'll never get out.
We dwarves tend to get stuck in our ways. But, yeah, my past self would probably slap the shit out of me too. It's the trust thing. It's even letting that farmer in on our caravan. Once upon a time would have been a dumbass decision. But you let yourself be vulnerable in so many ways when you join a group.
I guess we kind of have to be. If we're planning on traveling together much longer, then we gotta tell each other things. Ugh. Alright, out of the group, who do you think is hiding the biggest secret? Not counting us.
Not counting us.
I know you're fucked up.
Damn. How have I not thought of that?
Because
A year
you
or two
like
ago, that
them.
was the first thing I fucking thought of. Oh my god. The big guy?
Hmm?
I mean, all of them for different reasons, but I never met anyone like that.
He's really nice. It's weird.
Yeah. It's different than with Brandy. It's like he could easily be a threat.
He chooses not to be, so he either needs something from us, or there's a reason he can't be a threat.
With some folk, it's... You can't trust them because they're either too stupid or too clever. And I can't tell which one he falls into.
I think Asana's definitely hiding something. There's no way he would just leave his clan like that. Those guys stick together. I know Saradwin probably left because they found her too crazy, but that guy just seems really normal.
I mean, I'd understand it. Ditching your own people.
Yeah?
Yeah. Sometimes they aren't what's best for you. First lesson I learned. Born at the mark like this.
What does that mark mean?
It means you're nothing. And you won't ever be anything. Because of those who came before you. Maybe someone made a mistake once upon a time, got caught for something. Doesn't matter. You're stuck paying for that mistake, and everyone else born into your family.
So you have that mark because of your parents?
Who even knows? They have it from someone else, from their parents, such and such, doesn't matter.
That sucks.
Try a lot of things to hide it sometimes, you know?
I doubt surfacers would really know.
Yeah. Sometimes you get even scared too. Let out what you'd call a duster accent. But
Really?
around these parts, none of that matters. I think it's part of what I like about this place.
Yeah. Irvine is free.
In a way. You know, the more I keep thinking I'm gonna be able to bury everything from before, the more of it just keeps coming back. I was not strong enough. Not to save that kid. Or even myself, really.
I mean, you're alive.
Yeah.
You can still save yourself, not others. You saved other kids, other people.
Sort of takes out that same box from before. Opens it up. Memories, hard things to live with. Hard things to live without. Be too much of a dumbass not to try to do what's best for us all, right?
I'm not that great.
I'm not making much sense. I get it.
Yeah.
Look, I'm gonna just. He picks up a couple. They look like small, metallic, almost beads. I'm plant these around camp real quick. It'll help us stay alert.
All right.
Just make a slight perimeter, you know?
Okay.
Go around, basically what he's doing.
Make a perception check, please.
We will percept.
Okay.
And what he's doing right now is
And
he's setting up
Indra.
his alarm.
Wow.
Basically, he takes the little beads, almost like seed-looking things, plants it, inch or two in the ground, at these points around the camp, speaks the words, whispers a slight faint glow of blue before they go back to being still. Now let's sit back down. I'll set it up for a mental alarm.
All right. Well, everything seems to be fine, so let's wake up the next group, maybe.
Who's it gonna be?
Who do you two choose?
Who do you want to wake up, Josh?
Oh man.
You want to wake up Brandy and Hassan?
Yeah, why not?
Oh.
Ooh.
I'm just gonna kick Hassan in the back of his knee.
What the fuck do you
Wakey,
want?
wakey.
Great. Just get up. Go near the fire.
Just sort of nudge Brandy.
Hey. What?
It's your turn. Sorry.
Oh, okay. No, you're okay.
Yeah.
Did you change your bandages before you go to bed?
I'm all right. I swapped them out a while ago.
Okay. Good night.
No.
Brainy just sits half asleep across the fire.
As far away as possible.
No, not as far away as possible, but like conversation distance.
I'm just gonna set up my easel. I have an idea for campfire scene.
So, Hassan,
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry I snapped like that.
Don't be. Just two different traumas colliding. Always.
I know this sounds silly, but you wanna trauma for trauma?
It'll be a fun one. Sure, why not? We'll pass the time.
Which,
You want me to go first, or do you want to?
Flip a coin?
Sure.
Alright, heads or tails?
Heads.
Alright, one is heads, two is tails.
Because you
Alright,
have
you
one
go
head and
first.
two tails.
Oh, great. Well, I won't get into too many gritty details. And DMs, this is something I thought about, but I didn't put in my backstory yet.
That's
I'll
okay.
update it. Okay. Because my backstory was a little quickly written, and I'm thinking more about it as I go on.
Don't worry, I'm ready to take notes.
So there's this one time, do you know that, like, Dalish clans are more nomadic? Don't really stay in one place for too long.
Vaguely.
Well, there's this one time, our clan usually stays in the like Antiva, Ravane area, usually pretty trouble free. Most people around here don't really give a shit about whether you're elf or not. But we were camped out in the Arlathan forest. Probably camp's a little too close to the Tevinter border. And I woke up in the middle of the night. Screams, sounds of fighting. And I saw babies getting ripped away from their mothers, people put in Now those babies, raised by the Tevinter, they probably don't even know that they're slaves. They're probably raised to think that their chores are normal. Think that this is just the way things are. So yeah, I wanted to make sure. Because I'm sure there are some kids out there who don't even know that they're slaves, that think that they're in a happy family dynamic, and they're not. And if me being the asshole and asking the hard questions keeps my people safe, then I'll keep doing that. It's just getting a bit more difficult now that the definition of my people is starting to expand. So I'm sorry if the things I said brought up bad things for you, but I need to make sure that the people are safe. Okay?
Yeah, I just... stuff like that puts my dad on edge every day. I never knew my mom. My dad said she died giving birth to me. And every time I hear him talk about her, he looks like he's always going to cry. There were a few times that I did see him cry about it. And I've seen him get into fights with people who are trying to tease him or provoke him by calling me a bastard or not his daughter, that his wife slept with someone else. I've never seen anyone else become feral except when that stuff happens with Dad.
And shepherd sheep.
Yeah. That scared me. But
Spooked me too.
it's not something I haven't seen before. I had to be the mediator for my dad a few times. But yeah. Apparently my mom was super big into cooking. So it's the only way I can be with her, really. I may not have known her. Hell, if I'd seen her today, I probably wouldn't be close to her. But she made my dad happy. So she had to be a good person, right?
Pretty likely. Or at least he was good for him.
Yeah.
And you like your dad?
Yeah.
Then she'd probably be good for you.
Papa did a lot of things for me. A lot of things that he probably should have needed help with. I've been helping around the house since I was old enough to basically reasonably cook. I started fishing when I was 8, so that way I could help him with work. Although he didn't teach me how to hunt until I was 14. He didn't want me exposed to that kind of thing. But I bugged him enough. I poked and prodded until he caved. And he did. Now I'm here. Cooking for a bunch of very colorful people. Very sad people.
I'm sorry the things that I said brought this up, but
You wouldn't have known.
it's not something I can really live down to.
No, but you couldn't have known, so I couldn't have even held it against you, even if I wanted to. Besides, it balances out. You helped the kid, you were rude to me. It's all even in the end, really, isn't it?
I'm still sad. I wasn't trying to bring up bad memories. Just
And I
knowing
wasn't.
a bunch of elf kids running around without, at least without me knowing whether that was their father or not.
And I know better
That
than to
brings up
ask.
bad things.
And I know better than to ask someone who's very protective of their kids what happened in their past. But maybe you're right.
Honestly, if he punched me for it, I'd at least know that he cared enough that those kids were safe. I was more worried about what would happen if he didn't punch me. Because if he didn't punch me, then he doesn't care.
But I will still say, if he did make hostile actions, he threatened having those kids be hurt too. We did put him in a rough spot, just kind of existing.
I think the bridge put him in a rough spot, truthfully, but
That put all of us in a rough spot.
yeah.
Can't believe I missed the tackle on Erland.
You win some, you lose some.
I should have picked the kid.
I got the kid, don't worry.
All right, can you guys both make perception checks?
Sure, and can I also make a painter's test?
Nope, just kidding.
Afterwards?
Go ahead.
Eh.
No, I don't think you can.
Wow, rude.
Your painting is shit. Fuck you. Die.
My painting is shit. Okay.
It's average.
Alright, 18 for perception, natural 20 for perception. Quiet night goes by. What were you painting?
I was painting something that I was going to title Alone at the Campfire, but Asan hates it and shreds it.
Brandy, you noticed that like Asan has been working on like a painting as you guys have been talking, just kind of like to keep his hands occupied. And as your watch comes to an end, he just kind of like picks it up, looks at it, and just tosses it into the fire.
I want to say something before he tosses into the fire, actually.
You can't see what it looks like.
I know I can't see what it looks like, but I'm still gonna say it.
Okay.
Can I have it?
This isn't a happy painting. You don't want this.
Can I still have it?
Sure, but I'm gonna do another attempt later. So
Okay,
this is the rough draft.
that's fine.
And
We
I
can compare
will-
progress.
I will pass it to Brandy, and it's pretty much just a painting of everyone, like, you know, asleep around the campfire, except everyone's faces is blurred, and the title is written on top, "Alone at the Campfire."
Brandy smiles and just tucks it away.
All right.
And we wake up the other three:
Ewalia,
Ilaria,
Selwyn, Shepard.
Jared and Shepard.
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 The two chatty Nancys and
And Shepherd.
Big man.
Shepard, more like Shep Fart. Oh. Sorry.
How could you?
my name is Commander Shepard, and this is the coziest campfire in all of Ferelden.
Wrong country!
Yes.
What's Ferelden?
Wrong country and wrong year.
Just wrong.
Yeah.
How was your tree?
It was a tree.
Hmm.
Did you get any good sticks on your way down?
She pulls some out of her cape. I guess. And then I snap them in half.
Those are good sticks.
Yeah.
So
What's your guys' favorite color?
actually, would you guys like as a hard-boiled egg as a snack?
I didn't
Yes,
eat
please.
dinner. So yeah.
Yeah, let's go. And then Ilaria kind of takes out a pot. I'm assuming there's like, you know, cooking pot just hanging around.
Brandy needs to leave it out
Yeah,
to
it's just
actually like
out there. It's drying, but then I fuck it up by filling it up with
basically
water again.
basically
It's clean, it's clean. I'm boiling some eggs. I make them soft boiled though, I don't tell anybody. Oops.
So when you bite into it, it's just this wet goop.
Yeah. Ilaria's the only person who realizes it's soft boiled. I don't share my salt. Sorry, that's the one thing I won't share.
After you're done with it, Shepherd just like basically one bites it and is
Shell and all.
yes, absolutely shell it all.
Quanch.
Ilaria just kind of using the base of the pot gently cracks it and then peels the egg in one go. So it's like a tiny ribbon.
Shepherd like looks at you peeling it. Oh.
Tries to crack the egg on a pot and just smashes it.
We're just popping eggs. 2 a.m.
Do you know where your eggs are?
So your eggs all accounted for in a basket.
Sarah, would you like an egg?
Yes, please.
I just hand you the egg. It's still a little hot, but I hand it to you and I press it in your palm. It's like you're like, oh shit.
Thanks. Can I have the shell?
My shell?
Sure.
Sure.
Just wants to-
Give it back.
Funny enough, if you here's the thing: if you grind up an eggshell fine enough, you can still use it in cooking.
Yup.
So eating it is not off the table.
It's just fucking god awful.
I never said it wasn't.
How are you both holding up? Are you both doing well?
You know, I'm just thinking these mermaids better be worth it. I think I've had a lot of aquatic adventures for a bit, but I know we still have a long way to go to Lamarin.
More water is ahead.
Did you notice that those kids were elves? We were with them for a very long time and no one noticed it.
I had no idea. I was honestly focused on getting the carts across.
I mean, I don't really look at kids' ears for a long time.
They're not at eye level. If
I
they
just
were
feel
at eye
bad.
level, I would notice. Maybe.
I mean, as far as I know, I think they're with their dad or just their family.
They seemed happy.
Yeah.
I think everything's gonna be okay.
You see, like, I don't understand. Like, I can't connect with any sort of trauma that Asan has about this subject.
Hmm.
Because I've only been with the Dalish for a few years. Like, 3.
Oh, you're new.
What did you do before that?
Lived in the woods.
Oh. That seems like it could have been fun.
It was fun.
What kind of magic education did they have in the woods?
If I looked at an animal for long enough, and if I thought long and hard enough, like, I could turn into that animal.
Is that how you turn into animals? You
Yeah,
just, like, think about it?
you have to really connect with it. You have to, in yourself, believe that you can turn into an animal, and then you do it.
What's your
So-
favorite animal that you've turned into?
Ooh, I haven't turned into my favorite animal yet.
What's your favorite animal?
I really do like wolves, but I really want to turn into a giant bear.
That'd be cool. We saw one of those.
Yeah, that's what I want to turn into. Goals in life, turn into bear.
Those are some pretty nice goals.
This pelt is from a wolf.
Oh.
Were you raised by wolves? Ha. And she continues to laugh awkwardly.
It depends on the day, I guess. One day I would be raised by a bear. The other day I would be raised by a wolf.
Oh fuck!
I
I
was
was hoping you were
joking.
joking.
Did you live with anyone else that was not an animal while in the woods? Or were you
Well-
on your own?
The animals were my mom.
Your mom was an animal?
No. And she looks around her like,
You can tell us if your mom was an animal. I won't tell anyone.
It's okay, I'll swear off deer.
no, you can go ahead.
If you tell me it was a certain animal, I'll make sure not to go after
thing-
those animals.
Thing is, she can turn into a bunch of animals.
Wait. Your
Wait, there's
mom
more
could
of you?
turn into animals too?
What?
Oh god.
Well, I have sisters, but I don't really see
You
them.
have sisters?
Oh god.
You have. Can your sisters turn into animals?
Of course they can.
Wow. This is crazy.
I've said too much. You see, Asan really hates when I lure down.
No,
I-
no,
I-
it's
No,
fun.
No, Alaria
It's
has no
really-
idea what you're talking about. Annika knows exactly what you're talking about.
If it makes you feel better, Shepard and Tony. both
Yeah,
have no idea what
you're
you're
good.
talking about.
Only at most like 2 people besides the DMs will know what the fuck you're talking about.
Well, sisters are real bunches of bitches, alright?
I sometimes feel like my sisters have it all together compared to me. I mean, they're also older than me,
Amen, brother.
but
But are they on a journey like this?
I have no idea.
Oh, well, maybe they're
They're-
not.
They're somewhere out here.
Oh. Would you
Well.
know if an animal was a sister or a mother? Like, can you tell if, like you see a deer? Would you know that's your mom?
I feel that I would have to really look at that deer and be like, oh shit, that's not an actual deer.
Do you stare at every animal intently to make sure
Yes.
it's not a family member?
Yeah, I do. You
How
can
many
never
of-
tell.
How many
Because,
of there are you?
I don't really
So
know.
you have a mother, you have sisters. Do you have family other than that?
Well, I guess the Dalish counted.
Oh, yeah. that's
Asan's
fair.
family kind of adopted me. Mostly because I kept coming over to their tent for Asan. And then they just offered me dinner one day, and then I.
Ah, yes, the natural evolution of best friends.
It was that they adopted you, and more so you just kept coming over. So they were like, I guess we'll make a separate bed for Sarah, so she doesn't have to sleep on the floor anymore.
So they kidnapped you?
No, it
As
was
the
more
son
like
would say, they kidnapped her.
This
was
is why
more like
Asan's so
I-
paranoid.
Yeah.
it was more like it's like, hey, mom, can I like connect with my Dalish roots? And then she's like, and then she just dropped me off, and I was like, okay.
Wait, so is your mom Dalish? You never mentioned like the father. Is your father Dalish?
It would explain that why I'm an elf.
Is your mom not an elf?
Hold on.
Oh.
She sits there like,
Sorry, I gotta pull up my backstory real fast.
no.
To rewind a second. So is your mom an elf? No. Oh. So
Is
your
it-
dad would have had to be an elf, I think.
Oh, yeah, 100%. It also means that my sisters aren't elves. I mean,
Why
some
not
of them
you?
are,
Are you
Half?
half elf?
Yeah.
I suppose.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. When I just suddenly showed up to the Dalish clan, they're like, "Who is this dirty child?"
Did they
And then
call
they're
you
like-
a dirty child?
Um,
That sounds
they made
kinda
me.
mean.
They made me take a bath immediately after I showed up.
She's
Yeah,
like
I would
literally
too.
dirty. The Dalish are like, oh no, this poor dirty child. And Shepard's like, oh, how could they say such horrible things to you?
They just called you a dirty child. That's so mean. It's like, no, I needed a bath. Oh.
It was great. I haven't known soap in eternity.
Fucking Shepherd is literal only in the worst times and interpretive on the worst times.
My mom doesn't believe in soap.
My mother was into like all the home remedies.
Soap can be
products.
made at home.
Exactly.
We had homemade soap. It didn't work too well.
She just
Made
fell
of
into
swamp mud.
She just fell into a pool of mud right before coming to the clan.
I tripped. She said, "You better hurry your ass up and get to the Dalish clan before they pack up and go." And so I ran.
Face
How many
first
times
in
did
the
you
pile.
trip?
It was dead sorry.
She
It was
just like
actually-
rolled down a hill.
I was just saying it was a hill, and there were piles of mud every like second like roll.
No.
And they were
Her-
only
the
when
last
she was.
words. The last words she told me, it's like, because we were on a hill and looking at the Dalish clan, and she's like, "If you believe in yourself, you can turn into a bird and fly over there." And I'm like, "Okay."
And you slid down the fucking hill like a
Your mom
champion.
fucking pushed you down the hill.
It was like,
like-
Simba, but if they let go.
No, literally. You know how mother birds like push their kids off the nest so that they can learn how to fly?
No.
Yeah, that was exactly what happened.
That's exactly it. Yeah.
I'm fucking crying.
Wow, that's a very interesting story of how you got to be at the Dalish.
I thought I had problems, but you didn't even have soap.
That's the worst part. That's the worst part.
So I had a question for you. That hall is not yours. Who
No.
is that?
Oh no.
I'm trying to remember his face.
Shepherd about a rage.
The thing was, okay, I tried to get a Hala, and this Hala was supposed to be mine,
Oh.
but it was just a bad day, and I could
Oh,
not bond
but-
with that Hala.
You were on a waiting list.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So I would have gotten that Hala if like I stood around longer, and she's lying, by the way.
No need to roll insight. Both of you can just tell.
we can just be like, ah, yes, you're like, okay. Hmm.
The hall is
so
like
have
bombastic side.
Yeah, the
Hala.
elf's name was like Anduin or something.
Anduin or
You-
whatever the
you-
fuck.
What's the last name, Ren?
Um,
Come on.
Hey, Ren, what was
Finish
his name? What was the NPC's name, Ren?
Come on, I know you want to say it. Say the whole thing.
see, his last name was Mr. Laugh.
Oh, you.
Yeah, Anduin
mother-
Mr. Laugh.
Bless you.
Josh knew what I was talking about. When you said Anduin, I'm like, come on, finish it. Go on,
Finish it.
motherfucker.
Huh. That's interesting. So have you named the Hala yet?
I've just been like calling him different names.
Let's
Here,
brainstorm
her.
some names. Oh,
Misgendering.
her. let's come up with a name for your Hala right now.
How about Clarabelle?
Clarabelle.
Clarabelle.
Mm.
What about Holly?
That Holly's a holla.
Holly the Holla.
Okay. I think Holly the Holla was really good.
You know what really rhymes and rolls off the tongue?
What?
Holodwin.
Holodwin the Holla.
Christ.
I think then Holodwin makes sense, and as a nickname you could call her Holly. But real name is Holodwin.
Son's gonna wake up and murder Saradwin.
I
Saradwin and Holodwin.
make a fucking
If-
perception check.
Me?
All of you.
Wow.
You're laughing too hard at Halidwin.
2022.
All right, I'll keep those in mind. It is around 8:30.
Oh, we go to bed early.
Yeah, I guess so.
There's nothing too bad happening. Like, you hear some stuff in the night, but it's like other deer passing by. As it
Is that your mom?
Say,
No.
God damn it! Like, it's other deer for their morning graze. You know, when the predators are going to bed and like they have the chance to feed without any issues. And with that, Alec, do you want to end the session here?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Then we will pick up where you guys start your journey again.
Holly the
Yeah.
Holla, are you kidding me?
Yeah.